Here we
Yes.
go.
Oh, I think I need a permit for this. How's it going? It's Monday night. I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to the House of Sewing. I am just back home. How's it going? Shalom. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are
Yay.
you?
I am well. I am well. Welcome, welcome. How's it going, Tammy?
Oh,
It is going.
oh no.
Huh? What's
Oh
wrong?
no, I'm so sorry.
It's
no.
all right.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
What happened?
It's me.
Oh dear.
I'm so sorry.
Twins having technical difficulties.
Yeah. Welcome to my life.
Ugh.
Hi, Joyce.
I couldn't figure out my computer.
We can see you. Can you see
we can
us?
see you.
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay.
I thought I muted everything. I was just like, no, there's no possible way.
How's it going, Rita? Hello, hello, Nancy, Sydney. It is great to see you. Hello, Ollie, Baba, Joyce. Hello, hello. Yay. Katie Crafts. Hello. Great to see you. Great to see you. Yay, Sydney. It is so great to see you. Mona. Hello, hello. Awesome. Awesome. So in my green Irish chain quilt, I'll cut out the shamrocks tomorrow.
Yay.
Do you know what's so funny? I had this like, you know that moment? Is it Space Odyssey 2000 where the monkeys are throwing rocks and they see the monolith and it's the ba ba. There's a patch that
I have no idea.
Well, there's a patch I've always wanted, and it dawned on me today because of my newfound quilting skill. I can make it.
Yay. That's exciting.
So I had that like, oh yeah moment years later. And I did not stay up all night making blocks. I did not stay up all night.
You look gorgeous. You look gorgeous. I love the flying geese, William.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, they're right behind you, but they're gorgeous. They're so pretty.
Look at you.
This was spur of the moment. Friday night idea. Good thing it was a fast so awesome.
She was working on that in retreat this weekend.
Yay. So, Tammy, have you recovered from this weekend? And I am still big. I forgot.
Not really. I did treat myself. I went and got a manicure and pedicure to, like, I just did the whole like spa day thing today. My hair still looks like a mess, but it's clean.
There's nothing wrong with that. I live by treat yourself. I over treat myself.
Well, see, so when I wrote temperature rings, my goal when I was in the process of writing it, and I'll have to go check on that here in just a minute. When I was in the process of writing it, my whole thing was I was going to treat myself after I finished writing it and go get a mani-pedi, and I didn't, and that was 2 months ago.
Hello, Terry. Hello, hello.
No, Ollie, I'm not caught up.
Yay, Pam. Hello, hello. I'm not
William,
go ahead. No, go ahead, Shalom.
I was gonna say I really want to see those blocks, those new ones with the red and black, the skulls and something.
Oh yeah.
A while ago I made a quilted quilt. I call it quilt inspired because it's only 2 layers because I line everything. But I made a pair of pants and a jacket. I went out and purchased quite a few fat quarters. Quite a few. And I've been like going to this room and every time I find one, I'm like, yes. So hoarding work. Hoarding sometimes. I think you're fibbing about not staying up.
Thing is, with William, staying up is on a bell curve, right? Like it's staying up and our staying up. His staying up and our staying up is a totally different thing.
I'm like utterly and completely on reverse hours.
True.
So I am a third shift kind of person. Thank you, Katie. I have, and it's like I'm trying to get my circadian clock back to where everybody else is. I'm a real life vampire.
I know. I tried going to bed early last night, y'all.
You tried.
I did. I really did. What? I don't remember what time. I think I started at like 12:30 or 1 o'clock. And usually it's like 3 o'clock when I go to bed. And I stared. And then I fell asleep. And then I wake up. And then I fall asleep. And I wake up. And it was just so annoying. And I was still tired all day today.
William cursed you. He's cursed you. That's
William cursed
really...
me. It's okay.
I did not buy fabric. I did not buy fabric.
No.
That is
No,
all
he found
from
it in his
stash,
stash,
guys.
y'all.
You don't even want to know. Like, don't make, like, I've been watching a lot of early David Letterman. He would literally like grab the camera and go behind the scenes. You don't want me to go behind the scenes. I understate how much fabric I have in this house. I'm actually interested to see how long I'm going to go without buying fabric. I'm actually challenging myself. Hey, great to see you, Joyce. Great to see you.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh boy.
I've had those fat quarters since like 2 years ago. I'm the guy that goes and buys the entire. I'm like, if you go to Walmart and the entire row's missing,
That's you.
It's me.
Oh, see, you got to at least leave something behind.
I went to Hobby Lobby today. Haven't been there in 6 months.
Yeah, they have the 40% off week. Is this week?
Is it this week?
It is.
And
this
I need
week.
to stay away.
For some reason, I cannot comment on Mommy, wow, I'm a quilter now.
You
but heart. I heart all yours. Hold on. Here's a heart.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them.
Oh God. Yeah.
For your video. Hearts.
Oh, you guys, you got to go heart it for him.
I'll show you. I will show you because I'm not watching the stream right now for some reason.
No, but seriously, I can't comment on your stuff either when I'm on my phone. I have to get on my computer to do it.
It's so weird to me why I can't comment on it.
I know. I don't know.
You're blocked. You know, I taught Jess how to block you yesterday.
We blocked each other.
So blocked.
But no, I can't comment on any of his. And it's just him. It's just him. I can't comment on any of his stuff.
Jinxed. It's the effect of the curse that he put on you. The non-sleeping curse has a side effect. Yeah. That's the price he pays for.
But you guys, I had so much fun finding the clip because I went back through my notes and I'm like, oh, Shalom said that, and then somebody said the carpenter square, so I'm like, oh, I know where that is in the middle of this video, and I'm so glad it was only an hour long that I had to search through. And I clicked it, and I could not stop laughing. Like I thought I was going to wake up my house.
I was literally in pain after that stream was over. My just under my ribs, my sides hurt so bad from laughing so much.
My face always hurts when I get off of the streams with y'all. Like it's just it's amazing.
And yes, Shalom. You know what? Just for Shalom, Mommy, wow, I'm a quilter now.
Yay!
No, you said like my pose. I'm old school. I'm classically trained. You put a camera towards me on. I smile. I'm instantly like, oh, this is my good side.
You're a ham.
Total.
Yeah.
I got to feel old tonight, William.
Why is that?
I left my phone and had to go back for it. And the only person there was the cleaning person. And they were running the vacuum cleaner, so they couldn't hear me. So I'm like banging on the window and having to wait until they go back into the room and come in and plug the vacuum. So it was like 15, 20 minutes. Like I'm standing outside waiting for this.
Oh.
And I realized after I did this that I'm really old school. To tell them that I had left my phone, I use this.
Thank you. I still do that. This is international. Hello, Kilroy, and anyone who's joined. I'm really slow in the comments. Nancy, hello.
Hi, everyone.
I still do that. I'm there with you.
It was really funny too because I'm at the edge of the window and I'm doing this and then pointing to the, come to the door to let me in so I can get my phone. And I realized that my shoulder is at the brick wall. So he's not seeing me point to the door. He sees this and nothing else. Like none of the other movements. He's not seeing any of it.
Pam, I'm going to comment on your video today before I go to bed so that you have a direction with me.
Now I'm curious. Let me comment real quick.
Because I haven't. Oh, I got to write that down. Or I'm going to forget again, Pam.
I'm still signed. Mona brings up a good point. I am signed in on my YouTube account on this computer, my phone, and my Dell, and probably something else that I'm not talking about. A few things. Because if anyone ever texts me, this entire room goes bing, 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 bing. I put my Apple ID into everything, and it was a total mistake.
Oh, there's a setting that creates.
I'm just I have to shrink my browser size. Something happened where I can't comment, and it's the weirdest thing. And it's always on stuff like this because I was able to comment on the video. I wasn't able to comment on the shorts.
No, it's only the shorts. It's only the shorts.
This is true.
But Mona just said something. No, Rita just said something. There's a setting that creates it.
Yeah, I think I had a problem commenting on short too.
Kilroy, you are 100% correct. I do.
Hi, Joy.
Yay! Hello, Joy. Great to see you. Oh, Sydney, I typed in comment just to see if I was logged in on my phone. Because YouTube's real quick to tell you like, you are not logged in on your phone. The pieces I sewed on the live the other day for my Pamerals, I'm up picking and changing the facing fabric. Decided I wanted to go with a different fabric. I know the feeling. Yay! Hello, everybody. Great to see you, Joy. Great to see you. I hope everything is well. It is so funny for people, especially for people who have been around for a while. I am going from era to era, and I am now entering my quilting era. And I like
you know that this lasts like 40 years, right? You're not allowed to leave the quilting era.
The rest of your life.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank everybody who was here through the Spance era. Oh, I'm going to make a captain. I'm going to make a captain of Redemption. The captain era. Oh, the captains were rough. And thank you to everybody who muscled through those videos.
I think you need a daishiki.
I went through that era too. I have a pattern. I made many. I made tunics. I made I went through a million different things, and I never got over Mimi G R11407. Matter of fact,
I think it's absolutely like just so much fun that you just remember a pattern off the top of your head like that.
I've been using it for 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
So I wonder if maybe we should add some Pamerals to the group robe project. So we all have Pamerals to wear with our robes.
I told you I am down for Dexy and the Midnight Runners. Put me in. I have the full outfit right now, and it doesn't require shoes. I miss those days. Remember when you were a kid, during the summer, even here we wouldn't wear shoes.
What are shoes? Like we have to go back to school. Oh, we got to put our feet in these things again. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's awesome.
I have to wear shoes these days, and it makes me crazy. I don't like it. But hey, that's all right. I'll just keep wearing my Converse.
I don't know. I've in that way I was feral where I would wear like Vans or anything that I could kick off. But now I can't picture not wearing my cowboy boots or something with a really high almost up to my knee.
I've never had a proper pair of cowboy boots. I'd really like one.
I've only had one pair of the real pointy ones. Those are the ones that destroy your feet. I get the flat.
No, my feet are too wide for those. I need square toe.
I started my sewing journey making quilts. I'm having fun. I'm just having fun, and that's my thing. This is something I love to do. This is what I absolutely love to do. And when it's not fun anymore, I move on. But I'm still having fun. And quilting is this whole new world. I want to sing to my ruler. A whole new world.
Can we you're piecing at the moment. So that you can quilt later.
Whatever. Oh God, here we go. This is exactly what I told you about my Salvadoranian
I
friend
love it.
who hated my Spanish. So she would correct
No,
me
you're
on
good. I'm picking on
everything.
you. Somebody needs to pick on you today.
A whole new world.
Are you gonna fly off on your magic carpet ride?
I'm ready. I am ready. But with that being said, I'm cutting out. I actually have my patterns cut out for I'm gonna make a tie-dyed druid outfit. I'm gonna make a long coat with a giant hood.
Amazing.
And everything's cut out except for the hood. I have a weird artistic process where I make the coat completely first and then I make the hood.
Well, I guess after seeing the coat and just seeing everything, then you know like how big you want the hood, right? Is that how your process goes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I measure it because sometimes it's not always the same size.
Mm-hmm.
It because I've done it so many times, it is. Like I know, and it's funny when you make your own clothes. I know my exact dimensions. That's why I give myself a hard time. When I went up a pant size, I was like, "You knew this was coming, William." I was in the mirror. Like that day, I ate an entire roll cake. I had chocolate on my face, and I was like, "This is a terrible day, sir."
That's the day you don't look at yourself in the mirror. You're like, okay, I gotta let it all just
I was just kind of wandering around the house, and I walked in the bathroom, and I looked, and I was like, "Oh, this is sad." But to be fair, roll cakes are amazing.
Mm-hmm. I bet they're delicious.
Heck with that. Just lean into it like a fat kid. Yeah, I had a whole cake to myself.
Now I make cookies and make ice cream sandwiches. So I've completely accepted my place in life.
You're evil. Ice cream sandwiches, really?
With fresh cookies.
You're
Oatmeal
so
cookies?
evil. That is so.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no, not oatmeal. I need to do like sugar cookies for me.
Oh yeah.
That's okay.
And I'm so bad that like when my son was younger, he would tell people my dad cooks at like 10 o'clock at night and it's amazing. And now he tells people my dad's gonna get diabetes because he cooks at 10 o'clock at night every night. Oh, I am a quilt. Your quilt dorks use more pressure than a car dealer and a heroin dealer can find.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I have slowly fallen to the dark side.
Hi, Nancy.
Yay!
Hi, Nancy.
A room full of pushers.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey,
Every single person in here is a quilt pusher for sure.
You think this is bad? Yay, Laura. Hello.
Hi, Laura.
You should see me walking past the Girl Scouts. They're in every grocery store. That's mean. And they're like outside of who hangs out at the gas station? Girl Scouts. They were so smart. And there's this one troop that goes to a dispensary I go to. I just wanted to say, hold on. I just wanted to say that is so mean. That's like crabs in a barrel. Come on, people.
It is genius.
It is very, very intelligent of them. I need to suggest that.
And they sell out. They sell out because the other day I was like, where are the kids? They're like, man, they sold all their boxes.
How many boxes they bring? 5 or 500?
Probably 500 because that place, like, you don't even have to advertise for dispensaries.
And they're $6 a box this year.
That's
that's $3,000 if you have 500 of them.
They were like that last year. They were $6 a box. When it went to $5, I was like, all right, I am stopping this habit. This year, when like the 15 boxes got delivered to my house, I was like, oh, this is just bad. This is officially a habit. When you say you're not going to do it, and then a year later.
Yeah, my people had to hide the cookies from me because I will eat like a whole sleeve if I could.
You're reminding me I have Thin Mints and
I have Thin Mints too.
Next to my coffee maker.
So the problem isn't that, the Girl Scout cookies are so good. The problem is that they don't come in resealable Ziploc type bags.
Yeah.
So that once you do open that sleeve, then you feel guilty about not finishing them because then you're worried about them
It's a
going
bottle of
stale.
wine. It's like a bottle of wine at that point,
Uh-huh.
right? Like,
Yeah. Why
you
would
gotta
you put it
finish
back on the
it.
shelf? Yeah. There is no such thing as putting it back on the shelf. Once it's
I
open.
like that analogy, Shalom. I like that. Yeah, I'm not even a drinker, and I
I don't drink wine, and I like that one.
When have you ever recorked a bottle of wine? I never have.
Never.
I don't
Absolutely
drink
never.
wine, so I don't know.
You know, I really wasn't into wine because my parents always had wine around. I had a friend who was like yacht club rich, like really, really rich. This person was so rich they had an oak tree in their house in a what's it called? Sanitarium? I can't say it.
Yeah.
They
Oh.
literally had a tree in their house.
Yeah.
And one night he was trying to impress me and my friends, and he brought a bottle of wine, and we got smashed. We were young pups. He comes back to the high school and he's like, I'm in so much trouble. We're like, what are you talking about? He's like, we drank a $3,000 bottle of wine. Okay, still to this day, I can't tell the difference between that stuff and like Boone's Farm, Strawberry Hill, pick the $2 chug stuff. I still to this day I can't tell the difference.
I got you beat. Is that box wine? Because I have no idea.
No, Boone's. It comes in a bottle, but it's like a
goodness.
twisty top. It's
We call that cardboard dough around here.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, it was literally $2, so we called it $2 chug.
Yeah.
Terry, you're my people.
I'm a chipaholic. I am. I pay $8 a bag. I'm crazy when it comes to chips.
It's $8 a bag here too.
I now want to go get some because it's been mentioned now. The cookies didn't faze me. That phased me.
No, I went down the chip aisle the other day and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get some chips. And I looked, I'm like, oh, these are the same price as California. No. And I put them back. I was like, no.
We're always the test piece for certain laws. Like it'll always be first year, and then if it works, everybody else does it. There are certain things, like I notice certain trends like that. Yeah. Thin mints, no. If I want them, and I can open a door. Okay, I have. You know what's so funny? I have wild mint that grows all in my front yard. I don't know whoever planted it, where it came from, but it's everywhere in my front yard.
Mm.
So
I actually have a chocolate mint plant in my backyard. It's beautiful.
I agree with Alibaba. They don't come in big enough, so like, don't feel guilty about eating a whole box. That's the equivalent of like half a box. I have an Oreo addiction. And Oreos come like 150 at a time, you know?
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
At least that's the ones I buy.
I was about to say, did you count them?
Get the family pack.
No, my son and I, we always jokingly call the really big family size, we call those American size.
Yeah.
Because they don't sell them that. Like, I held up a bag of Sour Patch Kids, and Alibaba was like, they don't sell them that big here.
They sell them inappropriate. They sell them in appropriate portions everywhere else.
Walmart is the only place, at least around here, and we have warehouse stores where like it's like a step below a club store where you can go in and get a giant bag of onion rings. So we have those, but it's not like Walmart. You can get unreal sizes. Like I got this unreal like handle of Hidden Valley Ranch. I haven't seen it anywhere else except for Walmart.
I have a niece that would love you. She is a ranchaholic. We actually took a picture of a bottle of soda that was supposed to be flavored like Hidden Valley Ranch to send her the picture. No, we are not trying that. She might, but we're not.
I have yet to try ranch soda, but I love it. Like when I go to like burger, because I love sitting down at Greasy Spoon places. And there's this one really, really fancy barbecue place. Every time I go, I tell them I need a vat of ranch, and they come back with a bowl. And I'm like a child. I'm dipping my food in. Just a preview. If you ever hang out with me,
I'm on the ranch soda thing. Like I can't get by that.
What about I
can't get by that either.
Okay, but I'm into weird stuff. Like, have you ever had sarsaparilla?
Yes.
Rhubarb.
Well, I've had sarsaparilla soda, and then I have had rhubarb in a pie.
I've had rhubarb soda. That's the old timey
I
stuff I like. I like that old timey stuff. When it comes to stuff like that, like, but again, I was raised by people that came here and covered wagons.
Well, I'll let you try it, and then you can let me know if it's worth it or not.
Me? You try it?
No,
Send
I'm
it
not
to
going to
me.
try it. He can try it.
Make your own chips. Goodness, they're not. You know what's so funny? I had a friend who looked at me and they were like, "You have a tortilla chip addiction and you don't know how to make tortilla chips." I was like, "No." She literally went in my fridge because I always get over ambitious and I'll buy like that giant stack of tortillas.
Yeah.
And I just let them rot in my fridge.
Oh.
Of the mini ones. And then she's like, "Give me a knife." Boom, boom. Taught me how to make tortilla chips.
Yeah.
Literally. So I agree with Rita. Like, I am very lazy at that.
I don't make those kinds of chips. The others, it's just too much work, and I don't cook.
I'm the same way, Terry. I can take or leave cookies, but having a box of whale crackers. I had to back away from goldfish. I have a goldfish addiction. I have to take time off. I have to give myself 6 months off so I don't hate them because I love them so much.
Yeah, those are dangerous ones.
Like, that's the national food of my classroom. Yeah. Like, I have the big box, and then when the kids get hungry, I go grab yourself a cup and some crackers.
Now everyone knows how to bribe me.
Yeah.
But I need the American size. I need the size I can tuck under my arm and walk around with.
Yeah, the big box.
No, it just trips me out. Like, in other countries, they don't have the same size. Like, even in a can of soda in America, it's the equivalent to a liter in Australia. Just in one can. And we even have more sugar in our soda than in the UK. So they have the equivalent of what we would consider a Mexican soda because it has real sugar in it.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
As my knee is twitching. Do you know I would go through sugar withdrawals if I was in like in another country? I'd be like, why did he just have 15 sodas? Because I need them, man.
Do you know what I did as a kid when I needed to fill time? So my dad worked, he was a sound guy at the local church. So every time he was there, I got dragged along frequently. And it gets boring when there's nobody else there.
Absolutely.
Especially when you're a little girl and you want to, play dress up or whatever, but you don't want to make a mess and have to clean it back up. So I'm trying to figure things out to do to entertain myself. The fellowship hall had an ice machine and there were packets of sugar. So I'd get a cup of ice and pour sugar straight on ice. That kept me occupied.
I still do that. There's nothing wrong with that. When I make iced tea, if somebody saw how I make iced tea, they would be like, "Sir, go get checked right now. Come here." They would check my blood sugar.
No. When I used to make Mickey D tea, it was 4 pounds of sugar for and we could make almost 5 gallons of tea with it.
Oh, I would be glugging that stuff.
It was just like a slush at the bottom, and you're just stirring because you have to try to mix it all in.
I was addicted to brisk iced tea. I drank that stuff for, I don't know, 12, 13 years.
And I thought that was amazing tea until I came to the South.
Yeah.
Now I can't drink brisk. Brisk is gross.
Brisk is awful for a Southerner.
I haven't had brisk since I lived in the city, in the heart of LA. I haven't had brisk in a long.
I grew up.
I was addicted to McChickens. I haven't had one probably in 10 years. Now I've been talking about them lately, so I think I'm gonna have. I've been really talking about them.
Add onions and pickles to them.
As somebody who is around kale farms, I will destroy kale chips. The one thing I don't like about kale is here green drink got really popular, so people were making kale smoothies, and I'm just not a fan. No matter what you put in it, no matter how many strawberries you put in it, it still tastes like kale to me. I like coleslaw.
Little backseat driver.
I used to keep goldfish crackers in the car for. Oh, I miss those days. Yeah, I think that's what it was when my son was younger. I rediscovered all of these things, and he quit eating them, and I did not. I think that's really what it is. He looks at me and he's like, bro, you've been eating Oreos for like 13 years. I'm like, don't judge me, man. I don't know. I really hadn't had them, and then my son, was here every day. And I got my junk food kick. But to be fair, for as much as I sit here and talk about all the sweets, like we cook every meal. I eat oranges, avocados, pineapple. So, I'm not just eating just junk food. And I think it's weird to go to the grocery store and only have boxes in your cart. I can cook. Thank you.
Well, you know why we talk about the junk food, right? It's because who's going to talk about the best orange that they just bought from their local grocery store that nobody else in the chat can reach? I mean,
oh, you want to know a fun fact about bananas?
Oh dear. I'm not sure.
The smaller the stem is, the sweeter the banana is.
Oh.
So when you're looking at bananas, compare the stems, and the longer the stem is, it's not as sweet as the shorter one. So I always
do you like plantains?
Yeah.
Fun fact. It's from my people. It's from my culture. I don't like them. My whole life, I do not like them.
When you're around.
Not even with mole on them. I don't care what you put on it, how you dress it. I am not a fan. Hey Ed, I just saw that brisket is amazing.
Oh, hi Ed.
I'm craving it now. I use half a cup of sugar for absolutely. It's been 2 days of over almost 90 degrees. Today, my son was like, "You gonna make some tea?
You need help? You need to go ahead and get your jug out for the sun tea."
I have different. Well, I have a lemonade jug and I have a tea jug. I gotta dig it. I gotta look at the spout to see which is which, because the tea jug tells a story.
Oh, oh dear.
I've seen. Well, I use it every year.
Yeah.
I've seen too many people who struggle with diabetes to have sweet tea. I've been watching a lot of like old school television, so it reminds me of Wolford. What does cabbage have to do with kale?
Because you said you like coleslaw after you were saying that you would eat kale.
Oh, I always have squirrel moments. I like everything.
Yeah, they are in the brassica family.
But now I'm craving coleslaw.
I am too now, thanks.
Real mayonnaise. Real mayonnaise.
You gotta use real mayonnaise.
Those were adorable. I do miss those days. You know what? I absolutely love hanging out with my son though, because he's like a grown man now. So I'm like, oh, come over here. I want to teach you how to do this. This is a power washer. And the funny thing around that age is he like things like that are cool to him. Because you pull a trigger and you're holding the hose like this. And I'm like, to me, that's work. I used to.
You're getting free labor by an amused teenager.
I make it fun though. My dad was like, come on, boy. We're working today. No questions asked. Like, let's go. Allergic to bananas. I am so sorry, Terry.
That stinks.
I love bananas. I just don't like plantains. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. My whole life, people have tried. I actually lived with someone who was Salvadoranian. She tried. I'm not a fan. I am not a fan.
Well, I'm not. Go ahead.
Is there anything like that you're just like, no, I won't eat? Because like I'm obsessed with fish. I'm surprised how many people do not eat fish.
There are a lot of people that don't eat fish. Yeah.
There's not a lot of things I won't eat. I don't know.
There's a lot of things I won't eat.
I'm not picky at all.
The one thing that I don't like, I won't pick up to ever put in my cart. Like I won't turn up my nose completely at it, and I'm not allergic to it. But I don't like pears.
Wow.
I'm not a pear fan.
Oh.
My husband will get pears and just like sit down and eat them. I'm like, ugh.
I don't. You know what's so funny? I don't have an opinion on pears. That's so funny you would say that. I'm indifferent. I'll eat one, but I don't think they're good and I don't think they're bad.
Yeah, they're just so bland. Like you either get a really good sweet one, or there's no taste whatsoever. It's just milk.
I've never had a pear that didn't taste like something. I've never. Mm-hmm. But we have really, really good fruit in BC. The only thing I won't eat is Oregon meat. I do not want liver.
Oh no, I
No
won't eat that either.
kidneys. No tripe.
Oh, I'm starving now. I'll eat all that. All of that. Throw it in a pot. Call it menu though.
I won't eat that
I am
either.
starving now. I'll try not to go down the gross because Terry is here. I respect Terry. I'll try not to go down the gross rabbit hole, but I like certain gross foods. But I grew up around people, who are from the old country.
Oh yeah.
So they cooked all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, I'm not kidding you. There is a goat farm that has birria tacos once a month. They have free tacos for anyone who could smell it. I've seen random people be like, do I have to pay for this? And the guy's like, no, you smelt it here. Have some taco.
Just don't ask what's in it.
Well, it says goat farm. He's literally under a thing that says free tacos from a goat farm.
But like what is like, I mean, goat is fine, but what is he talking about? Like, what's the secret?
No, he cooks it. He's just, because he has a mass amount. Like, he has massive amounts. We let him wander around the property for free.
Oh, okay.
Thousands upon and because we've been ravaged by fires, they're good employees. They clear mountains. They clear the between the sheep and the goats. They clear everything.
Oh yeah.
All
Goats
those
are
beets and stuff that you don't want. Yeah.
And goats are crazy. I'm not kidding you. You'll just see a goat in the middle of a hill eating. You're like, how did you get there, bro? How did you get?
I jumped the fence. I got out.
Goats are great.
It's goat parkour is what it is.
I know, it's true. For real.
I never would have known what they would taste like if you're allergic.
Wow, I only eat fish. I need to catch up on the chat. I'm addicted to sweet tea. One day, all of my habits will catch up to me. In no way, shape, or form am I saying live like me. I am an American. I eat cheeseburgers. I dip them in ranch. Like, I drink soda. I eat pancakes. Like, I'm crazy. And I'm not saying just because I'm an American, like, I've been to other countries. They have just as much terrible food habits. I love it. It's just weird to me because I'm allergic to any type of seafood. That's a real thing. Like, I have a low level allergy to tomatoes, and I still eat it, and I shouldn't. And when I'm older, I won't be able to eat pizza.
Yeah. Well, you'll be able to eat pizza, just not with the red sauce.
Yeah.
That is true.
I mean, you can have barbecue sauce.
I love it. Alfredo pizza by the pound.
Yeah.
I actually had to stop ordering it because I kind of played it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ranch is a surprisingly good pizza sauce.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ranch and Alfredo are both good for white sauce.
It's one of those weird things. And I've said this a million times, because everything is so artificial in America. I can eat all kinds of stuff. If it's like a Hot Pocket, I hate to tell you, there's no tomato sauce in there. If it's a pizza roll, my son was hooked on those things. Never once did I break out or anything.
They're made of artificial tomatoes.
No, I love hot tea as well. I absolutely love hot tea.
I do too. I really need to start getting back to drinking it.
I grew up with people that put anything in a taco. I think that's what it is. I'm serious. And like,
yeah, we have to use the whole animal.
Exactly. At a very young age, I discovered that as well, because I was around people in a farm setting. So at a very young age, I discovered, waste not, want not, whatever the saying is. What is it? Thank you, William. It's okay. I cringe, but I understand everyone is free to. No, I don't, honestly, I don't want to gross you out, because I've had some crazy stuff, but I'm not here for that. I love hanging out with you guys.
He'll put a disclaimer if it's the gross everyone out night. There'll be a disclaimer on the live stream.
Yeah.
No, because in the course of a conversation, there are some things where some people do veer a little bit too left, and I'm trying not to. Because I'm into all kinds of stuff, but I know no one wants to sit here and talk about Star Trek for the next 3 hours, or talk about the Star Wars book I'm reading. I get it. Yay. You are lucky to be able to eat fruit and vegetables, That is true. I live by many
Oh.
farms. I take that for granted.
Mhm.
I didn't even think about that. I do take that for granted. Can you guys hear my crickets?
I can hear something.
It's because the gains turned way down. They are it's hot, so they're out. They're singing to each other.
The males are.
I'm telling you, I picture crickets screaming like, "Hey, hey!"
No, this is them
Science.
singing romantic song. This is Frank Sinatra going on in your backyard because they want the girls.
I'm
Science
tired of
teacher
these-
in the room.
I'm
She says
tired
the
of.
males are singing.
I
Exactly.
need a different tune. I need a different ditty right now,
No,
kids.
no, man. This is Michael Bublé singing with his smoky voice.
Hey, by the way, the Kings are 1-0. Just FYI.
Let's go.
I know I got to keep you up. I'm going to try to keep you up to date a little
Should I
bit.
sing to the crickets then? Strangers in the night. Something. I'm stuck on this 1970s stuff. I've been watching a lot of Carson. Then it'll lead to something else. And now I've been watching Letterman. David Letterman's first episode was 5 days before my actual real day of being born.
Oh my gosh.
If you were gonna be out there crooning to find girls, you'd be doing Barry White though. You would, William.
Oh, the boombox.
You're
I would
just
come
you're
out
the Barry White guy.
On my 79 Camaro. I don't have one, but I can get
Yes.
one real quick. Firebird. I'll come. Some Romeo and Juliet.
Your Burt Reynolds car and your
Ready.
your cowboy hat and no shirt on.
Ready. Well, I'm modest, so I'll have the shirt with the V-neck. I don't even like
Okay.
V-necks.
Would you wear the medallion with all the big wide open?
Okay, so truth
Yeah.
be told, I inherited a bunch of jewelry from somebody who had real gold, but it's like Mr. T gold from the 1970s.
Oh gosh.
Amazing.
I'm not a medallion type. I will never be robbed for my jewelry. Because I see guys like Buster Rhymes. He has this chain. It's worth millions and millions and millions, and it's just this gaudy thing. I'm not a chain guy. I'm not. And there's a lot of styles coming back. I will not rock a 1970s chain. And I tried to wear rings, but I'm just not a ring guy.
I love rings. I wear like a lot of rings.
Which one is your is the wedding hand? The left hand?
Mhm.
Yes.
I'll rock them on my right hand.
Okay. No, I just fill up my fingers. Like if I'm going to wear something on my wedding finger, you're going to know for damn sure that it's not a wedding ring.
When I was married, I noticed how many women noticed that there was a wedding ring on my finger.
Mhm. We look.
I
We could be married and we look. You
I don't
have
know
to
if
be
it's
single to look.
I don't know if it's shoes first or ring finger first, but it's one of the two.
Oh, Shalom.
No, it is. It definitely
It's true.
It's shoes.
It's true.
Okay, so I have a couple questions for my twin here. First of all, how long have you had that mini iron? In your video, you had a mini iron?
I do.
How long have you had that thing? I know we probably had this conversation, but I don't remember it.
Like 6 years.
That thing's amazing. What brand is it?
What's that Steam Fast one?
Those mini irons are amazing. And
You can get them
Clover.
anywhere.
Have you seen the Clover teeny tiny iron? It's
But
like
I
a
don't
toothbrush.
put water in it. I don't put water in any of my irons. I dry stuff. Mm-mm.
Go ahead.
Sorry. That one that Shalom was just talking about, the one that looks like a toothbrush, those are so stinking dangerous because I'm going to bump my arm into it like 9 times out of 10 because it's just sitting there.
Yep.
But no, this little mini iron made all my masks.
I like that.
So,
And real quick segue for the record, I've had chocolate covered crickets from Germany. They were amazing.
You can
And
get
some
those.
I could have gone so much longer without knowing that. Thank
and
you.
some kind of worm from Germany.
Oh.
It was chocolate. They were crunchy. It was amazing.
Come on, we've all had the worm in the tequila bottle at some point. We
No,
all have.
I didn't have that.
What?
Uh-uh.
Mona, Mona, you're a girl after my own heart.
I look at the butt and eyes. I went down to Mona's. I wear long shirts. I'd like to thank Duluth because as somebody who's an ex-painter, I was doing a bunch of bending over. So I'd always get long shirts, or I would get like a double or triple XL. People are like, why are you wearing such a long shirt? I'm like, you don't want to know.
Because you got a backup beeper when you back that thing up, don't you?
I don't know. Ask my twin. Do I have some yams or what?
Yeah.
You've seen me in person.
I like big butts, and I cannot lie.
Saw some jewelry online, but I'm just not a jewelry person. It's not even like a lot of people are, and it's coming back. Like big chains, it's just not my thing.
I like my own style. I don't wear gold. I'm way too pale to wear gold. I wear silver or platinum.
I used to wear a lot of oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
It was one of those things. It's a choice. And I'd like to thank my mom for when I pierced my nose to look like Tupac. She ripped it out of my nose. I'd like to thank her. Because that was the one and only time I pierced anything on my face.
I have a picture of me and my sisters in the 90s. I had dreads, and you could see 2 out of the 4 nose piercings that I had in my nose at that very time.
Well, I also realized how incredibly thick my nose is. I didn't realize how unreal. Like my nose is just nothing but cartilage. And I realized that day because I pierced it with an ice cube and a needle and
You did it yourself?
Yeah. And the funny thing is, 3 years later, I went to piercing school and actually got a certification and did it for a while at a tattoo shop in Hollywood Boulevard. At 3 of them.
Very nice. I'm gonna have to get you to teach me.
my mom did her ears with ice and sewing needles.
Absolutely.
When she was like 15, and I'm just like, no, I'm good. I'm not doing that without a lot more help than that. Ice is not enough.
I had a much more of a tolerance, and you know what? I wanted it. So I was willing to suffer through the pain. I was like, gosh, 13, 14. I wanted that nose ring so bad. And the funny thing is, the thing was huge because I can't wear fake jewelry. So it was huge and it was gold plated. The diamond was fake, but the gold plate wasn't.
Thanks, Mom. I really appreciate you taking it out.
And I never got any tattoos or anything like that. And I worked at a tattoo shop, and they would tell me all the time because I would come with these crazy ideas, and they'd always say, "If you feel like this a year later, come back." And they never did.
Sydney, you stopped my heart for a second there. That is beautiful, and I love it. I have a necklace with a little tiny bit of my dad's ashes built with the glass. And it means a lot to me. Oh God, you guys can probably hear my kids in the hallway.
It's okay. You have a real life. Your house is functioning. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. This morning, my 12-year-old woke up the 16-year-old singing a circus song. Like da, 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 but like she did it really nasally and high pitched and would not stop for about 15 minutes because she was trying to wake her sister up. And
was she the youngest?
Yes.
As the youngest, I used to do stuff like that and then wonder when my brother would football tackle me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want some random trivia? That song that you were just singing, Shalom, was actually originally designed as a battle march.
Oh.
What a terrible.
It was not I know. It was not designed at all
Can you imagine? Marching to your end.
That's like marching to the Benny Hill song.
I think it was the Hungarians that did it, that coined it, but it was a battle march.
I would rather march to the Benny Hill song. No. At least you can go running. But this is the Benny Hill song. I pierced my own ear twice with the hat. See, that's old school. That's old school.
Oh, my ears just hurt thinking about it.
Oh yeah. And honestly, I got the whole thing from a conversation I heard because I was the youngest. I got real sick off September before they knew I had it, and I got where I couldn't eat anything starchy. I have sinus issues, and so sometimes everything tastes off, and I know it's me. Like even today, when I left the house, there was this smell, and when I got out of the car, I could still smell it. And the number one rule is if you can still smell it, it's your upper lip, or you, like it's you. No, if you know what I'm saying. So something was off with my sniffer. I have those ear piercing guns. I used to have all of that stuff, but I got rid of it.
Yeah. Ever since I had surgery, if I don't have like certain vitamins or enough vitamins, I have this metallic taste in my mouth for a couple days.
Exactly.
Because I'm like deficient in vitamin B or something like that. I don't know what it is.
I take a multivitamin that my doctor prescribed me, and I was really, really mad when she did it, because preemptively she gave me vitamins for people who are 50 plus, and I was extremely insulted.
Do you know what's funny? Whenever I buy a lighter or anything, I get insulted if I'm not carded. When someone doesn't card me, I'm like, do I look old? And then they're like, no, sir, I am 19. I just work here. I'm sorry. And I do. I probably look like I'm 100 to them.
Well,
anybody who's 30 is 100.
In their defense, when we were their age, we thought all the people our age were ancient. So, it doesn't sink in until you have those crow's feet or those like lines on your face. It doesn't sink in until then that everybody has that skewed view of who is what age.
Very true. Very true. The one thing that still drives me crazy is here, women dye their hair gray.
I have thought about doing that, but I'm not doing it until I have enough gray.
I'm like, I have enough gray as it is. I don't want to continue.
They look like Storm from the X-Men. They dye their hair gray, like completely gray, and they're like,
some ladies look really well. Like I like it on them, and it looks amazing. But I don't want to.
My gray is going to be silver when it comes in.
Yeah.
So
my gray is white. This is
my husband's is white.
White, and it's weird because it's white on, like it's just really white on this side, and it's not on this side.
It'll get there.
It's the strangest thing.
Mine's going silver.
Well,
wherever it's at.
All it is just, oh, never mind.
And Sydney, you never have to apologize here ever. Feel free to talk about whatever you want to. Please, you never have to apologize. I constantly talk about my pops, and he died January 1st, 2020. And now, and I'm still not over it. I don't know if I'll ever be. So I completely understand. He was my road dog. He was my buddy. And people were shocked that this 70-something-year-old man was smoking, drinking.
I just want to say to Sydney, what I reacted to was how much love you have shown in what you've done with your jewelry. Like that is intensely beautiful. And I'm sorry if I made you feel like I was feeling bad and it was your fault. That's not it at all. You just showed a beautiful bit of mama love that really touched my heart. That's where I was at just then.
Kilroy, if it makes you feel any better, I took like Centrum and that stuff for a long time, and it made me feel sluggish. I quit taking it. I have to find a decent multivitamin. I'm of that age.
What age are we at that we're of that age? I'm the baby. Come on. What age are we at that we're of that age?
We're at the Britney and Beyonce age.
Oh, don't even go there with that. That's not fair.
Absolutely. My gray is white. That's why, and that's one thing I've learned to embrace. It's an old woodworking thing. If you can't fight it, feature it. So I embrace the white hairs. I never got carded when I buy tobacco. Then again, I live in pretty bombed out areas, so maybe the clerks think, hey, kids will be smoking eventually anyways. It is so locked down here. Is the age 21 around America completely now?
Yeah, that's been there for a while.
I've been over 21 for a long time, and I'm not that guy. I only look cool. If someone walks up to me, they're like, hey, will you buy me a pack of smokes? I'm like, nope. Will you buy me?
No way.
For me, it's beer. Whenever I have when I'm not wearing my cowboy hat on and I have my vest with my patches on, some kid will always ask me to buy him beer, and I'm like, hey kid, I only look cool. Sorry, no way.
No, there's just too much that you suddenly become responsible for when you make that choice to give somebody something that they're too young to have.
I had a good friend who went full narc in junior high and high school, and he had a full beard in junior high. Full beard. He would go around and buy beer, and the cops would take their license right then and there. And he'd walk up to you like, hey, would you buy me beer? And they would, and the cops would arrest him or them. And this was in 1990. Cough, cough, cough. 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I don't trust that at all. And my town, they clamp down on that stuff.
Instead of telling them that you only look cool, you could start saying you can't afford my jail.
Yeah,
my jail rations
or bail.
That too.
I'm waiting for. She dyes her hair. My grandmother dyed her hair all the way well into her 90s. I didn't even realize how gray she was until she stopped dyeing it.
I think my mom still dyes her hair.
84.
She did before I moved up here.
My mom didn't. Gray. But my mom's hair is so it's white and it has a little bit of gray in it, and it's beautiful. And I really hope that my hair follows her same trend. So
my pops had a perfect skunk streak. It was like a white what's it called? Oh, mohawk. It was literally like a white mohawk. Perfect. Mine goes this way. When I grew my hair out, I was like, no, my skunk streak is like a rainbow over my ears. I wanted the cool, I would grow my hair out for that, to have I would have completely shaved it down, just a white mohawk, and eventually his hair completely turned gray, but my skunk streak goes like a rainbow from ear to ear. It's terrible.
My husband's hair is white, like it's going white. So he's got the salt and pepper going on right now. But if he grows his hair out, like he usually does high and tight, so you can't tell that he's that old. I mean, he looks a lot younger than he is. But if he grows his hair out, it is definitely white. The more gray, the blonder I go.
my grandmother was like that. For me, the one day I did true self-acceptance, and I didn't shave today, so I'm actually kind of showing it. I'm completely bald back here, and I didn't know. And I grew my hair out, and I had my aunt line me up in the back of my neck, and she's like, William, you're bald. I said, I know I'm bald. She's like, no, brother. You're bald from one cowlick to how many times do you I'm a dude. I don't mirror the back of my head. And ever since I got rid of my medicine cabinet mirror, I don't like turn the door and look at the back of my head anymore.
Mm.
You know, it's really. I met a woman who was 85 with jet black hair, used Vaseline as moisturizer. Very proud to tell me that. My grandmother at 99, she died with her original teeth.
Go, Grandma.
Spoiler.
That's fantastic.
Spoiler. I won't. I smoked Marlboro mediums for like 15 years. I won't. I was with my sister and she got caught in a casino. Oh, that's all. And she's 57. You know what? I would be like, thank you so much. I would hug the kid. I would hug them. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what? I know somebody. I feel so sorry for her. She's in her 40s. She looks like she's 14.
Oh,
And she's skinny and she's like, and she can't gain weight. She like when you see her face, you can tell that she's in her 40s. But like every time I bring up Vegas, she's like, "Oh, it's good that you get to go." They literally will not let her walk in casinos because they don't believe her that she's her age.
Oh,
my gosh.
Sad.
And she's literally in her 40s. Me, I was mad when they stopped carding me.
Can she take a high school yearbook with her? Will they use that as a form of ID to help tell how old she is?
Casinos are funny, and once you get like escorted out of one in the modern
They all
era,
do it.
they take your picture and they send it to every casino on the strip.
Mm.
So every security guard is gonna walk up to you and be like, "I know you got kicked out of Harris. I know you got kicked out of blah blah blah."
Yeah.
Like they don't play. My hair was dark like Tammy's. I found my first white hair at age 11. Wow. Yeah, and yes, Kilroy. I ripped the filter out though to the point where I got interventions. I smoked Camel Nons, and then I got talked out of non-filters, and then I would rip the filter out.
Mm.
Which is why I won't be sprinting in my 50s. I don't, you know what's so funny? Like, I haven't smoked cigarettes in a very long time, and I still have dreams that I'm smoking cigarettes. I hate that stink thing that drives me wacko. Oh, the skunk thing that drives me wacko. Before lockdown made me take a chance, stop dying it. You know what? I accept my grave for what it is. I was a natural blonde until I had kids. My hair got darker with each child.
Laura, I totally, yes.
That's real.
It's real.
Yeah.
My hair got darker too.
You've got so many hormones going through your body. My hair went from wavy to super, super, super curly and frizzy.
Yeah.
And it took until my son was about 5, maybe, for me to even be able to straighten it with a like straightening iron. Now it will lay flat if I want it to.
I've wondered about that because Isaiah had extremely curly hair. People were jealous of his hair, but ever since he shaved it, I wonder what would happen if he ever grew it back out.
Oh, it's gonna be it'll probably be curly.
Boys don't tend to have as much of a difference in that as girls do. Our hormones are way different.
Yeah, it'll be wavy at first, and then it'll get curly, I think.
Good night,
My
Mama.
feet grew a size and a half.
Have a
When I was
great night,
pregnant.
Mona. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks for
Good
hanging
night,
out.
Mona.
And we're gonna have Founders Day, and we're gonna invite you on.
Yes. Yes. Oh, we gotta make a big deal out of this. It's gonna be great.
See, okay, I missed the Founders Day talk, so
That
what
was
I'm missing.
it was him and I behind the scenes.
And
Oh, okay.
yesterday, as someone asked me how Twin and I found each other, and if it wasn't for Mona, none of us would be here.
Yeah.
So Mona's the matchmaker. Okay, got it.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, we called her. We decided that she was the founder, and she has to get an award for
Yeah,
founding.
She found
all of the
William,
things.
and then I mean, we're all connected to Mona somehow, you know, and she promoted his channel out, and here we all come.
Oh, when my dad used to drive my grandma because she was blonde, we used to say, "Oh, you're driving Miss Nancy."
Yeah. My grandma used to say, "Home, James."
Mine would say Jeeves. My family has absolutely no English connection, and they were the biggest Anglophiles on earth.
Yeah.
They have no connection whatsoever, but they were obsessed with that culture.
So I'll say it once in a while. Just remember Nana. I love it. I miss my Nana.
That is so funny. I straightened my hair. That's one thing. Ever since my son shaved his head, I don't miss taking care of his hair, because I was the one. Like, I was taking care of his hair. People would tell him, "You have such nice hair." I would be like, "Get away! Thank you so much. I'm the one that takes care of his hair."
Well, he wears it. You're just the designer.
Well,
so he's not wearing Prada. He's wearing William.
when I was in elementary school, junior high, and high school, there was always that one feral kid who was like had greasy hair, unkept, and I would tell my son, like, "This is Garnier Fructis, this is lotion, like you will not be that feral child. You will not."
I won't even get I leave at 7:00 in the morning, and if my kid hasn't taken a shower and she doesn't look kept, I just leave without her. Like, your daddy can bring you to school, and I don't want to see you, and you better be presentable because you're representing me. So,
and that's another thing. My son, people always tell me, they're like, "Oh, he dresses just like you," and I'm like, "It's for a reason."
I was that parent that let Emily wear her fluffy unicorn Halloween costume to school.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you're only that age once, you know? So
I agree. Like, we had to get my son out of the Freddy Fazbear costume. So my compromise was I bought him a hoodie that had the bear head or whatever with the top hat, and he wore that until it didn't fit anymore.
Yeah.
Kilroy is not an Anglophile. Yeah. My hair never got real dark, just turned. My hair was jet black, and let me tell you, the day it started going gray, I was like, "Why? Why?" But I don't know. 40 hit me like a rock. I'm a couple years later, I accept it for what it is now.
42 for me, and it's when I started to have to wear reading glasses, and I moaned and whined and complained about things.
I'm still not on bifocals yet. We're good.
Neither am I.
Yeah. I'm in such denial that I wouldn't know what I need. I'm gonna go back, and they're gonna be like, "Sir, how did you get here?"
My eyes, like, my prescription hasn't changed since in like 20 years.
In a weird way, neither has mine, because I put on those really old glasses that the sides fell off, and it's 20/20 vision when I put them on.
Mine's close. Like, it changes just a hair back and forth.
I thought about getting laser surgery, but then I just hear so many complaints about it with like dry eyes.
Oh, I don't know.
I wear my contacts constantly. Like, I don't take them out at night or anything. I can wear them for a month.
My dad had surgery.
My legs numb. I haven't met anyone under the age of 60 that has gotten the eye surgery.
Oh. Well, my optometrist said that as long as it doesn't change in 4 years, I could get it, and that was 16 years ago.
Dirty was the worst thing more than everything. 40, for some reason, I got really depressed. My 40th birthday was terrible. I don't know. I think it was the realization that I was on the tail end. Started counting on my fingers how many years you really got left.
Like, you're at the roller coaster, you're at the top, and now you're starting to come down. Is this what we're talking about?
Yeah, it was real midlife for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh man, my leg is numb. You have to give that a second. You don't have to worry about wearing glasses. My kids,
if he had to jump up right now and leave, he'd trip.
I would try really hard though.
Yeah.
I'm so proud when my son wears my clothes, especially like my old King shirts. It makes me laugh because a lot of people aren't even on the team anymore. Or like he'll wear a 2012 shirt. And there's only 3 people, maybe 4 that are left from that team that are still playing for the Kings.
Yeah.
Nobody steals my clothes. Even when I had people that could wear my clothes, nobody steals my clothes.
My kids do all the time.
I was really skinny, and I'm not skinny anymore, so I'm glad that my skinny clothes are still in use.
No, they just I have a lot of like, I don't know. I've been a t-shirt collector forever. So, you know, the ones that say something funny or like my Deadpool riding a pink unicorn over a rainbow, you know.
Yeah.
My 4 unicorns of the apocalypse.
Hey, Christy. Hello.
Hi, Christy. Welcome back.
Oh.
I tend to wear my clothes out. I think that's why nobody steals my clothes, is because I wear them out before people can steal them.
Christy, I lost it when we have an oldie station here. I lost it when they played Frankie Valli and Nirvana. It's a famous story. I was listening to a Frankie Valli song, then they played Nirvana, and I was like, no, in the car, like let out my Klingon death scream, like, no, I have not reached this point in my life.
Nirvana should not be on the oldie station.
No.
Nirvana is not, we are not that old.
No, we're not.
Musically, we might be that old, but no, we are not that old. We do not need to feel old.
Gilray, you know what my dad did? Like, he was so in denial about his hearing aids that when he got his real hearing aids, I was talking to him and he looks at me and he's like, have you always been this loud? I looked at him and I looked my father in his eyes. Hold on, I gotta sit down for this one. And I was like, you have been ignoring me for 20 years. And he looked at me and was like, yes. He couldn't hear anything we were saying. And he was like, you guys are loud. And we were like, bro, we've been yelling at you. You're like all of our lives. We've been screaming. And then he took them out. And I'm not kidding you. I have them. He bought that Miracle Ear infomercial thing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And he would, and like, I'm not kidding you. I donated his hearing aids because they're worth $2,000 each.
Yeah.
And somebody else could, you know, use them, you know, because what they do is they clean them and give them to people who can't afford them.
Yeah. And
like, I couldn't believe it. He would wear that stupid Miracle Ear. Oh, it drove me crazy. And those things are like $29.99. What the things that people do, thing, you know, the crazy things that people do. The numb leg thing drives me crazy. And it's because I use cut t-shirts as like when it's hot, I'm constantly wiping away my sweat. So I had something in my back pocket and it made my whole left leg go numb.
So like putting your wallet in your back pocket kind of problem?
You know, I can do it in everyday walking around life or like short trips because I'm constantly driving around. But on long trips, I have to put it in the middle console. Only way that steals my clothes are dogs.
All right, William, you need to sing to Jessica.
Oh.
You know why you need to sing to Jessica?
What's that?
Today on the East Coast where she is, because it's after midnight.
It is.
Officially.
What is it?
It is?
It is officially Jessica Day.
It's a very merry birthday to you.
I've got this feeling. This town is holding me down. Come on, let's sing Footloose.
I can't sing. You're not getting me to sing.
I need the lyrics.
Everybody cut loose. Footloose.
You know why? It's during the pandemic, I obsessively would start watching old MTV music videos. And so I know the words to a lot of these songs.
I do if the music's playing. Like you're doing a cappella, like that would just, and you just start right in.
There's certain songs that like I know for word.
Yes.
I see the little silhouette of a man.
Scaramouche, will you do the fandango?
Thunderbolt and lightning.
Very, very frightening indeed.
See?
Galileo.
And still to this day, I don't care. That is one song where I roll the windows up because I don't want to. I'm about to have a concert in my car. I am about to have a concert.
If you have friends that will not sing along to Bohemian Rhapsody with you, get rid of them because you just do not need that kind of negativity in your life.
There's a bunch of songs, and my son always asks me, and he laughs because I give him the same answer. He's like, "How come you know the words to all of these songs?" And I tell him, "Son, we didn't have a choice. This was music.
This is it.
This was music. Like we didn't have tears. It was like whatever was on the radio, or you can go to a different station and hear the same song.
No YouTube, no TikTok.
We didn't have any of that.
We had music.
Yeah." So I know.
No, Kilroy. No. No.
There was
I
definitely
will not shut up. Take it and like it.
I like the implant. I like the implant thing. My pops was just stubborn. He was in the Navy when they had diesel engines, and he was an engineer. So he was on the bottom of the ship with this loud ka-choosh. Like they had old school engines back in the 50s, you know. And most of those guys were deaf. I would like. There's one person he still comes to my house once a year. Whenever he goes, it's a long story, but whenever Jack comes over, when I talk to him, I have to go like 10 octaves higher because he was an engineer too on that same ship. He can't hear.
Okay, yeah.
And he refuses to get hearing aids. He's like got to be 84, 85 by now.
Is that all? Sorry. Sorry, I'm loaded tonight.
Most people, like in my family, all the women lived to be in their 90s or over 100. My grandmother was the first to actually die. Of all of her sisters to die before 100, all the men die from the things that they did to themselves.
Mm.
Just name something you get from drinking, smoking, too much hanging out with other people. Like just name it.
Yeah, on my mom's side, they all the men died at 67. On the ladies all died at 90 something to 100 and something.
Exactly. My grandmother, she was so funny when she was living here. She grabbed me one day. She was like, "Oh no, 98." She grabbed me and she's like, "If I knew I was gonna live this long, I would have smoked cigarettes. I would have drank whiskey. I would have gambled." Like because my grandma was a pure heart. She never smoked. She only drank red wine. She she was a purist, But she totally regretted it by the time, she realized that she was towards the end.
Yeah.
To be fair, I have been singing Footloose for officially a year now. Because it was around a year ago is when I just got that feeling. And I just started feeling footloose and fancy free.
Yeah, we're going to take karaoke songs by storm.
I'm down. I am down.
No, you guys are coming to music bingo where I live.
Yeah.
That shit is amazing. It just gets louder and more obnoxious as the night goes on, as people get drunker and less inhibited. The whole place is singing. And it's it's so much fun. And you win really stupid prizes, like the dumbest, stupidest prizes you've ever seen. Stupid $2 shit from the dollar store, and it is the greatest prize in the world at that moment.
That's what it's going to be. Yes.
Oh, dude, I've seen people sign waivers to write a buffalo from stuff from the 99-cent store as prizes to see whoever could sit on the fake, fake buffalo the longest. Matter of fact, that reminds me, I haven't gone in so long because I quit drinking, but like 15 years ago, there's a fake rodeo horse, a mechanical bull
Yeah.
in a pool hall by my house, and they were shocked that I was able to ride that thing. But they eventually turned it up all the way and chucked me off. I forgot about that. I don't walk into bars because I don't drink. I completely forgot it. I wonder if it's still there. I never had radio you could dub on the tape with. Oh, those were the days. But if
I
I
love
had
doing
a
that.
video tape with a song, I'd hope it. Pray. I miss those days too. Or you'd wait for your song to come on and hope the DJ didn't talk over it.
Oh, I know. Yes.
Oh, I
they
hated
always
that when
ruin
they
it.
took,
Yeah.
or they would talk at the very beginning, or
Yeah.
they'd cut it off at the end and like go on to another song that you absolutely hated.
Especially, and I didn't even like this about music videos. They'd cut it off at the good part.
Yeah.
I'm old though. I remember like watching Top 40. the
Top 40 was the best way to make your mixtapes.
I
It
missed.
was every Saturday or Sunday morning. Yeah.
It's crazy now though.
Remember that.
I do notice with having every song ever made at my fingertips, I notice I do listen to the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm still listening to Propaganda and No Effects.
I love Propaganda.
And like my mom would always tell me, this is a phase. This is a phase.
Yeah, no, I never go. When I got my first mohawk, my mom was out doing some kind of playing cards with her friends or something. And she came back to the house and I opened the door for her and I'm standing there with a mohawk that we dyed with Kool-Aid. And I really wanted her to like be mad and because I was a rebel. And she just looked at me and she shook her head and she said, "You're my weirdest child."
Good night, Nancy. Have a great night.
Have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping by. Never had kids and had a shot of hard liquor every day. Oh, that's amazing, Terry. That is amazing. My grandma said red wine was the reason why she lived so long.
My grandma said green tea.
And she's stressed. She's one of those people that's proof, because I know people that live their whole life without stress and they live longer. My grandma was stressed at all times.
Yeah.
She hated everything, and she lived to be 99 years old. So that's the key. Stay bitter. Stay bitter, kids. You'll live forever.
The too stubborn to die type.
Oh, she was.
Mm-hmm.
She totally.
That's totally going to be my problem. The too stubborn to die crew.
Oh, like I disappeared from my town when I was 17. So when I came back, I hadn't seen people in a long time, and I would be with my grandmother, and people would be like, "Is that your grandma?" And she'd be like, "Yes, I'm 90, blah blah blah." I used to laugh because it was just a trip to people that she was still alive, But she hated everything. She was one of those people. So she's proof that stress is not for everybody, but she also walked 2 miles every day.
Oh.
She ate like healthy, back before like the gym craze and everything. People just walked around and did push-ups and did calisthenics at their house.
I just want to live like Vivian Westwood and just have really weird colored hair and crazy makeup and just wear the craziest clothes with 4 kinds of plaid. That's the life I want.
Joyce was asking what I was working on. I'm actually sorting right now. I'm sorting the squares to go around the sheet to make the border so that it can be off my wall and into the next pile of quilts to be quilted. It's going to be way down the list because I've already got the other 19 to go. So I'm doing that, and then I'm going to probably pull some scraps down and start pressing. So nothing major. Just touching fabric.
I like touching fabric. It's
I'm
so
about to
I know,
nice.
right?
I'm about to start sewing my
Is
arms.
that like touching cloth?
Just like
You
it.
know, it depends. It depends, Shalom.
Sorry.
No, you're not. Just go ahead.
I'm
Just go ahead and
7.
say it. You're
I'm
not.
absolutely 7 some days. Some days I'm 12. But fart and poop jokes are 7. So I was 7.
Yeah.
Hey, Eddie Murphy got famous off of that style. You never know. My grandma was 92. She thought that a half cup of strong black coffee cured everything. I love that old school. I love that old school way. Going to pretend tonight. You know what? I knew somebody who took a Sudafed sinus every day for like 50 years. And then they went to the doctor one day, and the doctor was like, there's a, what do you take? And they're like, I take a Sudafed. They gave him a blood test, and they were like, you're immune to Sudafed sinus. Stop taking it.
Yeah.
Like your body has to, you're just taking it every day out of habit.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned not to become dependent on certain things.
Yeah, there's a lot of antibiotics that my daughter can't take anymore just because of how much sinus issues she had when she was little.
Oh yeah.
So she has to have strong stuff.
And
I can't be on antibiotics more than 5 days now.
Yeah.
5 days is my limit.
Oh wow. That's like me and prednisone. I can't go through that again. If I freak out, I'm gonna have to find something else. But anyways, I knew somebody who would get antibiotics from India when that whole craze was going on.
Mhm.
She took so many that she is now immune to antibiotics. And like, I ask her all the time, you know, what happens when you get sick? She always tells me, you don't want to know.
It's so bad. And it's not just bad for you to do that. It's bad for everyone around you because when you're a habitual taker of antibiotics, you end up getting MRSA, and MRSA is so contagious and is so deadly to people who are, immunocompromised. It's just it makes me mad. It's really selfish to
Because
do.
of my job, I know exactly what MRSA is. That's another video we have to watch.
So I had some respiratory infection stuff when I was a kid, when I was a teenager. And the solution that the doctors had for me was giving me antibiotics. And by the time they realized what they'd done, it was already too late.
Yeah.
And so now, like, I can't take antibiotics without running the risk of major issues.
Yeah.
My mom set off the radio detectors or whatever at the Burbank airport when she was going through chemo.
Mm-hmm.
We have a storied history at the Burbank airport. And it is tiny, but my mother, no, because I do not look like my mother in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
So when I pick her up, people are like, do you know this man? Do you know this man at all?
Yeah. You're probably like on every poster around there. Like, hey,
oh no,
the man in the cowboy hat.
She's a jet setter, so they know me now.
They know you now.
Well,
she's a total jet setter.
So she didn't go up to him and said, "Yes, I know him. I changed his diapers."
No, stranger danger.
Oh no, she did, and then the funny thing is, I knew they were like undercover cops because the second she said yes, they disappeared like the shadow. They were like, oop, they literally went in different directions. I refuse to take antibiotics, period. It's if you take too many. She taught me a lesson because it's like she literally took too many, and now she's a mess. George Burns was 100. I listened to George Burns's radio show from the 30s and the 40s. I'm so sorry, Sydney. When someone gets hired at El Rancho William, it must be like going to the movies all day with how many videos you gotta watch.
I bet.
Well, ever since I've become management, they're out doing their thing, and I'm in the office like, what YouTube video am I gonna watch today? I hate medication, period. No pain pills, Tylenol. I have a low tolerance, so like this last round of prednisone, I lost it. I am not a fan of that stuff.
Yeah, you were struggling.
But I have to take it. I have to because
Yeah.
I can't breathe. And that's the catch 22. And now I'm getting all these ads for. Have you ever taken prednisone? You might have cancer.
Oh.
I went to my doctor. My doctor was like, "Do we need to have this talk of why you shouldn't believe everything you hear on the internet?" And I was like, "I might join that." Hey, Skits.
Yeah.
How's it going? That's been my whole career.
Hi, Skits.
Yay. That was the first week on prednisone. Yes, the last is the worst. How's it going driving your Tesla? I'm still jealous. You have a modern car. Does your car park itself? I'm impressed that mine that the RAV4 has a backup cam. Speaking of which, it's driving me crazy. When I drive that car, it corrects my driving.
Oh, I hate that.
And it
When it's
almost
like, is it the lane assist stuff?
yes.
Yeah.
And on a left-hand turn, it almost stopped me.
I had to drive the first time we were up here, I had to drive all the way down to Mississippi, and I had to rent a car, and it had the lane assist thing. I had to learn how to turn it off because somebody had messed up the alignment on the car. So it was automatically pulling, and then the car was lane correcting. So I was sitting there the whole time fighting with the car. It was a mess.
Yeah.
I'm already a pretty jumpy person in general. It gives me anxiety because in my car, I tell it what to do.
Yeah.
I tell my car what to do. It doesn't bleep. It doesn't think. But the other one it's crazy. I do have to take albuterol in my breathing medicine, as I do too. I actually have one right here because I'm crazy. I have one right here. And
no, it's not because you're crazy. It's because you're prepared.
I'm born asthmatic. Still to this day, I've taken this stuff my whole life. I get kind of shaky.
That's a nebulizer, though. That one.
Yeah, that one.
That's
It is, but
step up. For sure.
The neb gets it in there.
Yeah.
When I had the ARDS, I really wanted a nebulizer, and they didn't want to give me one. I was really sad.
I see him back when I used to be a thrifter. I see him. I would buy the nebulizers because they'd be in the store. I'm like, because it's just a pump. And speaking of which, today is, I don't know what day it is, but I have not purchased a sewing machine or fabric.
Do you want to go West Coast date or East Coast date?
Either one.
Oh, well, it's the 24th then for you. So 24 plus 31 is
a 54.
55.
55.
Yep.
I can drive 55.
55 days. That's really amazing.
You're just shy of 2 entire months.
It can, but I don't trust the autopilot. I wouldn't either. How do you give Elon Musk 5 bullet points? Why should
You feel that your stash is getting a little lighter?
No, because look, this pile has grown.
It has. It's almost as tall as you are when you're sitting there now.
And it's because I'm finding more stuff around the house.
Mm-hmm.
And like I have a couch, a hidden couch pile. There's a couch back there.
Oh.
And and these are just cuts and remnants. And some are 3 yards, some are 4, some are, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I have a lot of fabric. That's why I said I don't think I'm gonna run out.
But those weren't even piles like that 2 months ago. Like those are there now because of all the work you've done. That's incredible. That's a good sign of just how much you've put into this. And I don't know, it must feel good.
It does, and it's weird revisiting something I purchased like 3 years ago, and I still have a couple yards of it.
Mhm. Well, you always got everything in 4 yards, you said.
Yeah.
A lot of fabric.
It just sounded like well, it all kind of started on a guess because to me, 4 yards, like I could make anything out of that. But then when I realized how much 4 yards was, I was like, oh, I'm kind of crazy. Because from that moment forward, I bought 4 yards of everything. If it
Mhm.
wasn't like a cut,
Yeah.
or just something that was right there, I was buying 4 yards of it.
Well, my mom always told me the quilter rule was get either a half yard or a yard of anything that you like.
I like that. A half yard?
A half yard because my mom always did half yards of everything.
So backing for a small quilt is like 5 yards.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I get a lot of
tend to
108s.
yeah, I do get some 108s, but I tend to get, if I have no idea what I'm doing with it or I think it might be backing, I get 5.
Yeah.
If I like it, but I have no plans for it, then I get between 1 and 3. Just depends on what I'm feeling.
Because we're getting a long arm, right? When you go to the quilt show.
Yes, I need to answer Lisa on her comment. I'm not gonna buy a long arm, by the way. But Lisa was like, I know you have a long arm in there. I do not. And I know it's shocking. I have a blind stitcher. I have all kinds of crazy contraptions in here, but I do not have a long arm.
It took us to introduce them to long arms.
2026 is coming.
Well, actually, long arms were when I first came into the sewing community. I'd watch a lot of people who quilt, because if you literally type in sewing on the internet, it's just a lot of quilters come up, and it's it's the big names like Missouri Star.
You need to watch Angela Walters and her long arming skills.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Amazing. And she had the Midnight Quilt Show. Oh my word! When she had that show, I watched every single episode.
I'm always looking for new content. Always. Yes. I am always looking for, because I'm always, I don't sleep at night, because Kilroy was right. I do drink gallons of coffee. So I'm always sitting here watching the same thing. So
I'll send you links. So you'll like
it. My doctor won't prescribe the nebulizer. He said the inhalers are going deep into your lungs. I'm a lifelong asthmatic. It's weird. It's so weird. I travel with that thing. They gave me one when I was in the hospital and loved it. Do not recommend. I have one and loved it, but won't prescribe. Yep. Okay, so here's the thing. We all know I need an industrial everything because I'm on this really strange cycle. I'm on this really strange cycle of every January, February, I break a serger. Mm-hmm. So I have to stop buying the cheap ones,
I mean, eventually, yes, you're going to need one, but it's just, when are you going to break down and get one?
I think the industrial is a better bet for you, particularly because of the variety of things you do. Like, yes, you're totally into quilting and you're a quilter right now, but you're never going to stop doing all the other things. And all those other things that you do are the things that break your machine and require an industrial. And a long arm requires space, and most quilting can be done on a regular home machine. It's not the same. You can't do all the fancy round and round stitches and all that, but you don't need a long arm to do quilting.
I have a 301A. That's got a pretty big throat space. Have a great night, Terry. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Good night.
I'm sitting in this room. I'm like, what sewing machine has the biggest throat space? I'm like, I'm gonna tear this room apart looking for a sewing machine that has that extremely large throat space.
Oh, you have a few. Machine and use it?
I have quite a few crazy sewing machines in here. I just have to find them. And the old Vikings, they have huge throat spaces.
Well, even
Okay.
that one behind you, it's pretty deep.
This
right
one,
there. Yeah.
that's an embroidery machine.
Ah, okay, that's why.
William, Tammy has something to show you.
You're talking about machines. This is not this is the new to me. Even has a knee lift. I have to do some repair work on it.
Oh, that is sexy.
Isn't
That
it so
machine.
pretty?
There should be bow chicka wow wow.
And it is
It's
from
been a while. Sorry, it's
1958.
been a while. I'll calm down.
It's from 1958.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
and I can't hold it with
Beautiful,
my other
beautiful.
arm, but these little pieces right here swing out.
Yeah.
So there's an accessory tray back here, and the whole thing lifts up and comes off the machine.
I love that.
So, oh, it's heavy.
Yeah.
How much does it
Careful.
cost to send a quilt out to be quilted by
Depends
someone?
on who you're sending it to. It can run between 2 cents and 25 cents an inch.
Yeah.
Inch.
I paid almost up to 3. So I've paid almost $300 to have a queen size quilt quilted.
Okay, that's a lot.
But that the batting was also in there, but I had the stitching was really tight because I was making, and I wanted it professionally done because it was going to my mom. But that's the only one I've ever had done.
So part of the cost associated with sending a quilt out also is determined by what kind of quilting pattern, how densely quilted it is, whether you're providing the batting or they're providing the batting, whether or not you're buying your own thread or they're buying their own thread. Some long armors won't let you buy your own thread.
And Rita, I will never turn down a free sewing machine. Where do you live? I'll drive there. Road trip. Let's go. It might destroy my no buy because I might like hit every Goodwill from here to wherever you live. But let's go.
Rita's in Arizona, I believe.
That's not far.
It's not bad.
Down the street.
And then the price of quilting will also be determined by whether you're doing custom quilting.
Yeah.
So whether like on my sheep, like if you want the circles outlined and the sheep head outlined, and then specific quilting in specific areas, that costs more than just an all over design. So it depends on the quilter and what the market will cover as well.
Your machine your sewing machine is amazing.
Thank you. I gotta get it running.
I'm a sewing machine enthusiast.
I know. That's why I wanted to show. Yeah, Ollie, all of my Berninas have the knee lift. So they all have it, but it doesn't work on that machine yet. I've got to fix it.
Oh, if I lived any closer, I figured out how to make my grasshopper move, but that thing still is kind of just a work in progress.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a lot to it, but it's worth it.
Would you say that $300 is a lot for a quilt?
No,
relatively speaking.
Well,
it depends on the quilt.
average now.
I know the prices are wonky. I get it, but
I mean, I've found people for like 2.5 cents an inch all the way to, or square inch, to like 4 or 5 cents a square inch. It all depends on who you're dealing with.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and Laura says that Tiffany said her rates begin at 4 cents a square inch. I don't doubt that.
But she does all custom too. She's not computerized.
She is not. She's 100% free motion.
Yeah.
So everything is custom for her. So when I go up to quilt on the long arm that I rent time on, $20 an hour, I was able to do basically an oversized king, the equivalent of an oversized king, with an all over design, and it ran me $175 for the amount of time I spent there.
You're renting space?
I was renting a long arm, renting the machine itself.
Yeah, you can rent long arms.
I just got an idea. Sorry, my brain was like.
A lot of people who have long arms, especially if they're digitized, like all computerized, they will rent time on the machines.
That's not a bad way to make money.
It doesn't necessarily pay for everything, but it's still cheaper than paying somebody else to do it and hoping that they do what I want.
You just have to show up in a town where no one has a long arm and everyone quilts.
Good luck. If everyone quilts, somebody's going to have a long arm.
Somewhere. Yeah.
I wonder. I'm going to call Linda.
Wherever he moves, he's going to have a big building. And it's going to have like 3 or 4 of them in there. He's going to be
I'm going to rent it out. I'm going to rent it out.
Yeah, Ollie, you're not wrong. He says, Tammy, don't forget the maintenance. So much money to get serviced. Yeah, some of them, it's crazy to get serviced.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Great to see you.
Hey, Teresa Louise, how are you doing?
Oh yeah, hi Teresa. Wow. Very good to see you.
Yeah.
You need to go watch her channel, William.
Oh.
I am subscribed to everybody, though. I'm subscribed to everybody.
Okay. Are you sure you're subscribed to everybody? You would have to go look and see if you're subscribed to her and to see if you're subscribed to Tiffany and see if you're subscribed to XYZ person. You have to go look.
I am. There's some people that I was subscribed to them first. They pop up in the chat and I'm like, oh, wow. Hi. I watch your channel.
Angela.
Yay.
I hate using mono.
Making a list. Checking it twice.
Guys, I feel my meds kicking in.
Okay.
Thank you so much for hanging out.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm sorry to call it quits early. Yes, I will talk to you tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Hope you have a wonderful night.
Thanks for stopping by.
Happy Tuesday tomorrow. Bye.
I like that. We need more happy Tuesdays. Because let me tell you, on Tuesdays, I'm like, it's Tuesday. What do you want?
See, you're the one that's at Grandpa on Tuesday. It's Monday for me.
I'm the Tuesday person.
I have Monday blues.
Y'all just came hang out in my chat on Tuesdays.
I mean, I had to go to work for the first time in 5 days.
That's true. That's a you problem.
It was a me problem, and I loved every moment of it. All those kids were just so happy to see me, and I was happy to see them.
Yeah, Rita, I don't want to, if I have somebody quilt, I'm not shipping a quilt. I'm going to hand deliver it and hand pick it up. I'm not shipping it. Let's see.
Oh, Mom and Pop's quilts. Good job.
Yes, Mom and Pop.
What? Oh. Gotcha. I got the list going, Ollie.
Okay. Where is it?
Anybody else, guys, just throw them in the chat, and then
I'll... Okay, William, this is something that Laura Lynn at Mom and Pop Quilt Shop made.
Whoa.
And I won it.
Whoa.
So you definitely need to go watch her channel. She's cute. She's adorable.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So now I got to figure out what I'm doing with it.
Look at the triangle.
What triangle?
Me, I want to frame everything.
No, the pitch of the roof. It's a triangle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Ollie was reminding us for a moment.
Yeah.
I'm subscribed to half of these channels that everyone suggests.
Oh, good.
You know,
see, only half. That means you're missing half.
So, Tammy, we just got to make sure he's subscribed to us too.
True. Oh my gosh, Ollie, that would be evil.
What happened?
No, we do not need to send him to Bounty Hunter. That would be evil because we will be going down the rabbit hole the wrong direction. Because all of those scraps and tiny little pieces.
We're going to put it on there anyway, Ollie. I got you.
Okay.
He can decide whether he likes it or not. Yes.
Oh, no, he'll like it. That's not what I'm worried about.
Yeah. Laura says I need more snow days. I do, but it's okay. I'm really over snow. Like I need the heat to come back. I'm ready to garden. I'm not ready for 90-degree heat like someone else had today, but
oh, bring it. on. Let's go into the frying pan.
But I'm ready for like the 75, 80 so that I can go ahead and get the garden all set up and everything like that. That'd be amazing.
Garden smarten. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But yes, so
I'm ready.
Kilroy said that's really cute, Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
And really awesome from Laura. Oh, so Katie said that you and her have matching clocks.
Yeah.
That's
So she
amazing.
when she signed into the retreat,
Yeah.
her clock was hanging on her design wall, or on, but up behind her. So I was like, oh, you're one of the other winners! Yay!
You guys have the same time?
Oh, I don't know. Do we?
Oh, that would be a question. Yes.
That would be a very good question.
At 5 o'clock somewhere.
I'm trying to figure out which one's the shorter hand. Probably that one.
Tammy and I are matching. Yeah, okay. I'm catching up. Sorry.
All right.
Like 10:35.
1:35?
10:35.
35.
I think. Something like that.
You know, there's all kinds of
Yes,
crazy
she does.
channels I watch. I watch a lot of people in the UK that no one's ever heard of.
Katie says what's
And it's weird to me that no one's ever heard of these people. Because to me, they're famous. But they're just people on the internet.
Yeah.
They're famous to me.
Rita says she's already at over 100. Girl. Ready for that. Girl, who are you?
Is that a lot?
100 plus degree heat. No, you tell me.
As a lizard, I approve of the 100 plus degree heat.
Well,
That's where I'm from. It's hot.
With it too. You have to understand.
You will see this summer when I'm in here and I'm just greasy or I'm shiny. Like, why are you so shiny? Because it gets smoldering in here.
Yeah.
I might have to add a third panel. Matter of fact, even today, every year I'm like, I'm not ready for the heat. Today I was like, you know what? I'm ready for the heat. Bring it on.
Yeah.
And Joyce, if any of those are Berninas, keep me in mind. Because accessories and things like that, just keep me in mind. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I prefer warmer weather over the cold, snowy weather too, but I'm just so used to like when the heat comes, it's the humidity too. And it's just like a curtain when you walk outside. So I don't know what it's like to be in dry heat.
It is fantastic.
And I would probably enjoy that even more. I wouldn't walk outside and just continue sweat.
No,
that's what I feel
I
like.
mean, I can put 100 SPF sunscreen on.
Yeah.
Go sit in the baseball stadium, and I might sweat just a little bit, but I'm not drenched, and like my clothes are not completely soaked. Like the first minute I'm out there.
First minute.
It's different. Hot weather is just different depending on where you are. And here it's dry, so Phoenix as well. We pretty much have the same weather as Phoenix.
Well, softball season starts on Saturday. I will be on the softball field from 37. It's supposed to be 37 degrees when I get there in the morning. Might get up to 70. But yeah, I'm ready.
Hello, and welcome to the House of Sewing. Hello.
Andre.
Dry heat is heavenly.
It is.
I'm spoiled by the weather here. Like even today, it didn't feel like it was warm, but it didn't like when it's 90, you can feel it. Anything over 100, you can feel it. Anything over 105, I'm not kidding you. It feels the same to me. But again, it's dry hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both myself. But Fred Sanford, quietly is I've talked about him so much. I have promoted that man for the past 6 years.
Hmm.
Is there anyone like that you give a free promotion to all the time?
Other than you and Jess?
I know. It's just like it's just the three of us.
I mean, there's some like
We'll shout out channels, but on the regular, it's just the three of us for me.
yeah.
But no, I mean, I'll talk about Fat Quarter Shop or Fairy Green Fairy.com for
Green Fairy
fabrics.
quilts. Yeah.
I don't shop at Missouri.
I shopped there when I went there.
Yeah.
Okay, Joyce. It was worth thinking about.
Is it too expensive?
No, it's the same price. I just their shipping's so slow. It's like snail for me.
I watched a crazy documentary about them, so I feel like I know them now. And it was like an hour and a half. I'll when I find it, I'll send it to you.
Oh.
But it was just everybody's business. It was like everybody's business.
I mean, I watch them every Friday, or when they put a video out every Friday and Monday. So, and I watch them just for inspiration.
I'm still subscribed to them on my other computer, so they're constantly on my giant TV.
Yeah.
Because it'll pop up.
Mm-hmm.
Because YouTube does direct you towards more popular channels. Let's be real.
Oh, of course.
Like, oh, you're into sewing? You have to watch these because these guys pay our bills.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
During like the end of June, July, and August, it can reach up to 125 in the shade. Yes, you can fry an egg. I did that when I lived in Mesa. That's real. You can actually do that. I did that in Mesa. We fried an egg. And I mean, we plopped it down and it instantly was white and sizzling.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Have fun.
During the summer here, it's 80 to 90 degrees, but then you can take 80 to 100% humidity. Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Welcome. I never remember channel names. You know what? And that's the thing. When something pops up, I'm just like, subscribe. And if you don't like it, if you don't like the person, you just unsubscribe.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even that hardcore.
No, I mean, I'll at least watch a couple videos because just in case maybe I didn't like one thing that they put on, but yeah, and it determines whether I stick with them or not. But I try to be supportive.
I do too.
Yeah.
And I try to say hi in people's chat too. I try to say hello.
Yeah.
It has been so long since I've sewn anything without a serger.
How are you feeling? It's not the same, I know.
I am gonna replace this. The heavy duty is gonna get replaced. It's not made for starting and stopping.
Yeah.
And like every design flaw that's ever been talked about is true. Do you know what's so funny? This, more than a touch and sew, I was shocked how much people have hatred for touch and sews. That's one of the reasons I promote that sewing machine so much. Is because people have real hatred. But this is one of the most hated sewing machines on the internet.
Oh, yes. Those are awful.
You should not be able to pick up a heavy duty either. I'm just saying, like, I'm throwing this thing.
Well, the thing is, they marketed it as a heavy duty, but they didn't make it as a heavy duty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why people hate it so much, is because it's marketed improperly for what it's capable of doing.
Oh, you're in the right place. Welcome. Let me do my Mr. Burns. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. If you go back and look at my ancient videos, they're all scratchy and my microphone was better. I've reviewed over 100 something sewing machines on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's an addiction. I have to warn you, collecting vintage sewing machines is an addiction. And this year I cut myself off from buying sewing machines because I bought 55. And that's basically one every week last year. Just last year. And in 2021 or 2022, I purchased over 100 in 1 year.
That's the number. Interesting.
I can't remember because all the like during the Michigan, awesome. During the pandemic, a lot of thrift stores stayed open.
Yeah.
So there was no one on the road, and I would go down there. This reminds me of the old postal vans in the summer. You could stick a steak in the Ziploc bag. I had to explain to my son while they're all on the wrong side of the road. All their steering wheel. I live in Wyoming.
Yeah, she's like a couple hours away from me.
Awesome. I have this vision of Wyoming. And it's so funny. Every time I meet someone from Wyoming, they're not the stereotype.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and divulge. What do you think what do you think a Wyoming person should look like?
Full cattle wrestler.
There are some of those here. Go to Walmart, you'll see them.
Driving an old,
but you have to go but you have to go at the beginning of the month. Because that's when everybody comes to town.
Yeah.
To buy all the stuff that they need. And they'll be at Walmart or Sam's Club that are right next door to each other. And they'll have their carts loaded.
As an average shopper, I avoid all stores in the beginning of the month.
That's the only time you're going to see them.
I avoid, like, if it's the first of the month, I'm like, man, there are certain days I will not go out.
So this weekend is not going to be one of them for you.
Even if you go, like, you could tell the first of the month at the dispensary, because they have like a flow of people, but on the first of the month, you're standing in line.
Oh,
to get in the dispensary.
Is the first Monday like that?
Always. I avoid
or
that.
Is it just literally the first day?
I avoid it on purpose, and it's tax season too.
Yeah,
so people are walking around like they are rich.
Yeah.
In tax season, that money is cool, but when it's gone a month from now, you're gonna be like, "Why did I do that to myself?"
No.
Just in 2001, a guy I know had 56,000 antique rare. Okay, see.
Wow, Ollie, what?
I don't have 56,000.
No, you're his apprentice.
I'm not even in the parking lot. 56,000.
I don't know.
Excuse me, that's a lot.
That is
a lot.
Oh my word!
You can get hung for cattle wrestling in Wyoming.
But the people that look like cattle wrestlers,
I was gonna say,
to me.
I always pictured cowboys, or like I know someone who's from my hometown that moved there, and he constantly posts pictures of himself off-roading.
Mm-hmm. There's lots of places to do that.
And he has this one video where he literally turned off the road, and it's just endless field.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
I know.
There's lots of that.
On my white 1911 turtle when I was given. Now I totally understand car show, guys. I think I have a 1911. I have so many early white treadles. It's not even funny. I think I actually have that exact sewing machine. Where do you even keep 56,000 machines? Even if you kept them in big piles, you need a lot of room. And that's true because Fred Sanford literally has a warehouse. I wonder how many he has. Has he ever said the number? That's what I'm going to be going to.
The videos I've watched.
Sorry.
No, sorry. I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
No, it's me. What'd you say?
I said I've never heard how many he had with all the videos I've watched.
Remember, if I was Roman, my name would be Serial Interruptus.
No, but I'm the one that interrupted you. I'm sorry.
Mike runs Wolfgang's.
Okay, so we're bargaining on who interrupted who. Really? Really? That's our conversation now. Is who interrupted who?
No, you hang up first. No, you hang up.
Okay, now that's the classic Southern goodbye.
Yeah.
Like,
How many
okay,
times we say goodbye to each other?
I gotta go. You know, I got the XYZ to take care of,
and then all of a sudden there's like another
15 minutes later
conversation.
Yeah, 15 minutes later, you're still on the phone, still trying to say goodbye. And then another 30 minutes later, you realize, okay, let me just hang up on them and they'll think I lost signal and we're done. Like that's how you
get phone calls.
Should I do it? Should I bust out? Do you guys want to see a behind the scenes mess that I have? I don't want to get out of my living room, but I need to untangle it.
Okay.
Yes.
What
give me a second. No, give me a second. Let's get to the chat. I have something that this is my confession. I'm gonna start singing singing Usher. I have speaking of Fred Sanford, have you ever seen 50 chords in a rat's nest?
Oh, I know. I know where he's going with this.
Oh dear.
I told you to pay Isaiah.
He turned me down and I offer hundreds of dollars at a time.
You didn't offer the right thing. That isn't what Isaiah wanted in exchange for that.
Yeah.
You have to think like a teenager.
Yeah. Like a teenager.
My youngest is 15 now.
Oh.
So they're the same age.
Yeah, and my Olivia's 15. We all have a 15-year-old. Yeah.
Mine just became my youngest just became an aunt.
Oh wow.
Right before she turned 15.
Yeah. Olivia will be 16 in June.
Will you grab the other one? Yeah. This is my
I hear an Isaiah.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna end up grabbing one of these boxes of scraps down and start pressing here in a minute. Oh, what a glorious mess.
It looks like a...
Thanks, man. What does this one say? Oh, that's cool. It has a machine.
Good night, Joyce.
Oh, good night, Joyce.
Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, man. There's some antique machines I want to get going, and the cords are in here.
Do you think you have any Bernina cords in there?
Yes.
Just asking.
Yes. I also had this crazy habit of buying cords and machines I don't have.
I will stay on here 5 hours with you if you will find a Bernina cord that will fit this machine I've got.
Show me the back end of it. I probably have it.
It's
Thank you so much for stopping by, Laura. I'm a mess. Like but this is not buying fabric and sewing machines has really freed me up to deal with this just utter and complete mess that I have created in here. Give a butter to the local tweaker. It'll take him about 20 years to detangle it. Oh.
The one he had on its own is not the one for this machine. I know that much because the plug is going to be different. That was a single point plug. The power cord is connected to the foot pedal for this machine.
This is for a Singer solid state.
Yeah, that's way too new. Or way too different.
It's way past bedtime. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much. I know I'm a mess. This is my morning. So this is literally like my wake up process because I am on reverse hours.
Do you want to know that I was substituting for a classroom one day and they had a bunch of headphones that were all tangled together like that. And I spent the whole afternoon while they were taking a test untangling it all because I was so bored.
Oh.
I'm the one that everybody gives the Christmas lights to because I will take the time to do it. That and the jewelry chains, the necklace chains, all tangled up.
The real reason I'm doing this is because I found a bag of rubber bands.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have rubber bands on you?
They're in my drawer.
Yeah.
Did
Look
you
how
label?
cute.
Did you label all of them?
Dude, for somebody that has a giant foot, I love these. Look how big that is. That's humongous.
Oh, look, because you have big hands.
Gorgeous.
I believe this is to a Viking.
Okay,
Yes.
so
House for a Viking.
but you didn't write the information. So each time you get one of those separated, like once you figure out which machine they go to, take masking tape, put masking tape on the bottom, and write the machine name and serial number on it.
Well, the thing is, like with I have a lot of modern machines, and these are so common. It's not even funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those are super common.
I have hundreds of these mixed in with my Singer, you know, like with my 301A. Like literally, I have this mixed in with this is actually what I'm looking for. I don't even want to mess with it because I know how you break these, but this is to my 301A, you know.
Yeah.
The featherweight foot pedal is like that, where you have to like press it with just your toe or something.
It's so weird.
It's the weirdest. They make a thing. You'll find it at like featherweight shop or like featherweight shop places or whatever. And it's a wooden flapper looking thing that has a hinge. And so you could put your foot on the piece of wood and press down, and it presses that button for you.
Give that button to a local tweaker. They would take it and try to pawn it, not even know what it is.
Yeah.
I think I just saw the cord. Tammy, the gray one. No, but seriously, I probably have the cord in here. I have a there are toolboxes that are I know it's weird. There are coveted toolboxes. And so whenever I see a Kennedy, I either take it home from the shop or I buy it. Like I'll see it at the Goodwill. I have a Kennedy toolbox filled with power cords for sewing machines. Oh. I'm crazy when it comes to sewing machine cords.
We would have no idea that you were crazy. You had to tell us. You had to burst our bubble and tell us.
He's letting it out. He's letting it out.
Yes, I'm gonna make a commercial. Like there was this guy in LA. He would sell TVs, but one of the reasons he got famous is because his name was Gideon, but he named his store Crazy Gideon's. He would come on, he's like, I'm crazy. He would smash a toaster on his head. He'd be like, I'm selling you a TV for $190. You know, back in the day, the prices were crazy.
Yeah.
But he got famous for that. So I'm going to make a Crazy Gideon commercial. Oopsie, first cord unlocked. Classic Singer cord.
Yeah.
When I dug out the girls, I found my rat's nest of cords. And the sad thing is I still have just bags and bags of power cords, like Walmart bags, like handles of Walmart handles.
Oh wow. Well, you have a lot of machines, so
quite a few. But
yeah.
You know, not as many as Fred Sanford. Okay, I need those cords because I'm actually.
Oh, you're going to get to Fred Sanford level.
Oh, I forgot about. I have motors in here. I wondered why this was so heavy.
Sewing machine motors.
Yeah, it's a long story, but I got bored one night and I destroyed a new home. Trying to use the motor for something else, and I didn't realize that my new home was from like 1914 or something, and I took the motor apart off of a new home, and one day, and I took the button and everything off because it was in the box.
Yeah,
and I ruined it.
You know, this really should have started like one time at band camp. One time in Williams' Nights of Insomnia.
For real though, in the early days, I was electrocuted. I plugged in a machine that was over 115 years old. I don't know what I was thinking. It had matched parts and it shot out flames. I will never learn that lesson.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah. You can look up old Crazy Gideon commercials on YouTube. I used to look those up and laugh. Crazy Gideon, he's an LA hero. He's one of those people that made himself from nothing, from absolutely nothing. Him and there's this other guy now named Jacob and Ronnie. He's a lawyer, but he single-handedly started putting up LeBron James billboards. He helped bring LeBron James here. They even recognize him for helping bring LeBron James here. Fred Sanford has cardboard boxes like this, power cords. I watch those videos. He has, and that's where I know he has all the touch and sew accessories. Should I make a video of this?
Of you untangling cords?
Nobody wants to see.
I would watch it, but it would be something that I'd fall asleep to. Just being honest. It'd be so soothing.
I will never take offense to that. There's all kinds of people I fall asleep to. I just will never tell them.
Well, see, I'm more honest than you are, then.
You are. You are. Yes, you are. Honestly, I will tell you that. Yes. Oh, that reminds me of something.
Oh dear.
No, twin.
Yeah.
You're so organized. You're in the future. I see your thumbnails. I'm impressed. You are in the future, my friend.
Yeah, I took a page out of Tammy's book.
You did. You did. Your
See, mine won't go up until probably. Oh no, I'm going to get March up, but it'll probably be.
But you see,
week or late week.
I had to search for that headshot because I had to look good. You know, it's like, hey.
You are so. I was like, oh wow.
And I even have a description. It's the same description to be fair. But yeah, I have all my Sunday night.
I gotta find my rubber bands. Oh, and there's thread caught in here too. That is funny. This is a rat's nest of cords. I should have done this a while ago because I'm sitting like my machine is the heavy duty is not a quilting machine, and I'm asking it to do something it's not. I have several. I need to dig out my quilting machines I bought in Vegas.
Yeah. See, I'm also trying to find another time that I can go live on my own, but between softball and everyone else that's not live, it would be late at night by the time I could get on.
I'll sacrifice a night.
I'm not taking away your night.
I was gonna quit Mondays a year ago. And then I met you guys.
No.
I'm about to cry.
You're gonna quit Mondays so you can just come on the channel with me?
I'm looking through the manual for that machine.
Yeah.
Because you can find the manual. And of course, no, I do not have all the feet. It only came with the 1 foot. But the foot pedal, there is not a single picture of it anywhere in the book at all. So I was going to see if there was a picture, and there's not.
There's got to be somewhere on the internet that shows up.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I know that you mean about old electronics. I have a 1908 Singer industrial motor. I learned the hard way. Do not plug something in that's older than your ancestors that you remember. Do not. I learned that the hard way.
I remember that one.
Yeah, I know. I almost set this entire garage. You want to know why you remember that? Because it was traumatic. Because you were young. There was a giant flame in this room.
To me, it wasn't traumatic. It was just surprising.
That's trauma. It shot out a 4-foot bolt of electricity. You're muted.
That scared me.
Quinn? Oh, okay.
I was talking to my computer because I don't like typing some days. But do you have that on video?
What's that?
The flame?
You know, it's funny. My I thought I was recording and I wasn't.
Oh, so did it happen?
Well, actually, my witness, you didn't hear my witness who was here. He just said,
I heard him.
I remember it. It's because it was traumatic. That's why. I almost set this entire room on fire. All right, this is cord number 2, Freed.
Yay.
So Tammy, I found a picture of the cord.
Okay.
Do you want me to send it to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've got the like 2-prong cord part where the power plug is plugged into it. Yeah. I'm not going to plug it into the wall because 1, it's not grounded, and 2, there's not a foot pedal still attached.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of nervous.
That's how you get electrocuted. Take it from a pro. I am the launch pad of a quack of sewing machines.
I replaced the foot pedal and power cord for my featherweight when I had my featherweight, and that was fine. All this other, no, I'm not going to risk my sanity for a sewing machine.
What are you hold on. Sewing machines make you insane?
No, I'm not.
I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. No. They do make you insane.
I have sanity, but electrocuting me is not part of the sanity part. That's the opposite of the sanity part. Ollie says he's got a huge file and has the full Bernina parts book. It'll just take him some time. Yeah, I used to have it way back. You know what? I wonder if I do still have it because I have it. I would have it digitally. I won't have it in print. Rita, she's like, she said she felt so bad when she fell asleep during the retreat. You were fine. Okay. You were fine.
You're not as bad as
I'll send you the link to this too after I send you the picture.
That works.
See if we're close.
Yeah.
I've seen people fall asleep on streams and everyone's like texting them, trying to get a hold of them, and they're out.
All right.
Well, see, I can't fall asleep sitting up unless I am that sick or that dead tired. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty insane for me to fall asleep like that.
I am weird. I can sleep once I relax my spine. I can sleep almost anywhere. I could sleep crunched up in a ball in a chair on a concrete bench.
My husband probably can, but I can't. Well, Ollie says that the machine might not have the option for the ground circuit. It might not technically, but there's usually like the featherweight originally didn't come with it either.
Right.
People have.
Is that like the same machine? I just sent it to you. I don't know. It looks similar.
It's very similar to
very
it.
similar. So the foot pedal could be really close then.
Oh, it might be.
Yeah. There's another one.
Yeah, it does look like that. Probably.
Yeah. So.
Oh, this is definitely a brother cord. I can tell just by looking at it.
We just need to find you a pedal like that then. Ish.
Let me see.
It has 2 prongs on it, like you said.
Yeah.
I have so many in here.
That one might work.
Okay. All right, let's see if I can find it.
Yeah.
Turn the machine. You know, I should have done this a while ago. You know, Coach McTwin, you are changing the house of sewing. You got me to bring the girls out. You told me what a quilting wall was made out of. Quite literally felt.
Or flannel.
Flannel, or yeah.
Well, I don't have I have flannel, but I wear it.
Yeah. See, this blue is flannel.
Yeah, but anything that fabric will stick to, you're good.
You can use the cheapest flannel from Walmart, or you can use the back of a flannel, or back of a vinyl tablecloth that has flannel.
So am I an influencer?
You are.
Yes. You're a quilt influencer.
I need to get a t-shirt.
Man, we just throw words today in American English. We just throw
National
2 words.
Jessica Day, and you're being so nice to me.
It is. You know what? You are a quilt influencer. You are. You have influenced me. I have a quilt wall.
Yeah.
Good worker.
Yep, a fleece blanket would work really well too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to get a king size flannel sheet and just put it up against that wall because it's cheaper than buying anything that I've seen. Like I want to, I'll find it at the thrift store. It's gonna be amazing.
I just use a fleece blanket.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a bunch of those.
Are they behind you?
A fleece thrill. No, they're in the I'm actually civilized and I have a linen closet. And at the top of it is all the blankets I don't use. A fleece thrill. And plus people buy me stuff all the time, like family members, like blankets or just random stuff. So it gets put in the closet and forgotten about, honestly.
Yeah.
So
Well, if you don't look at it, you don't see it, you don't touch it, it just kind of goes away.
Like I got down to the bottom of my couch, the laundry couch was growing. I got to the bottom of my towels. I was like, I forgot about this towel. I forgot about this. I had pulled a beach towel. It's laundry day when you're drying yourself with a beach towel. And I forgot about my beach towels. Just Alpine flannel sheets.
Yes, Rita, hide everything from me.
Oh, I kind of want to bring the Husky back. I'm in this weird, like, what machine should I bring back first?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm actually excited. I should have done this so long ago. Have you ever seen a pneumatic pedal?
show me. I think I have.
Well, the machine's in the corner. I have what's called a Singer cocktail. It has a self-winding bob, and it has a pneumatic pedal where the pedal is literally powered by air.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I've seen that.
I have quite a few machines, and it was like in the 80s for like 5 years they tried to push them, and that's it.
Yeah.
But it's really weird. And I saw that machine, but like the problem is I want to pull out all my machines. It's just I don't have the space for it.
Mm-hmm. We got to get you a bigger house.
Now I'm going to open up my sewing school. We're going to start from how to fix it, and then we're going to go from the basic stitch on. I prefer beach towels. I have a weird mix of like modern day towels. They're fairly large, but I have beach towels that are like blankets.
Mm-hmm.
I get the really freakishly large ones that I can chill on, And I'm weird, because I grew up near the beach, I have beach etiquette. I'll either get a tarp and put it down or get something and put it down, then I put my towel down. Because you're wearing the sand.
You are. Well, I've always heard that baby powder works to get the sand off of you. Is that true?
No, you go to the washing station and you go like this in the water because there's places to wash the sand off all over the beach.
So baby powder will work, but the only purpose for using baby powder to do it is that, well, no, it's because the sand is sticking to you because you're wet. So the baby powder is drying up the moisture that's keeping this sand to stick to you. So yes, it works, but is it the best option? Not really.
Okay.
You're just adding more, more stuff to try.
You sound like this de-influencer I watch.
I'm sorry.
No, that's not a bad thing.
No, I listen to her now.
I have fallen in love with Shauna Rimpari.
Yeah.
She's the reason for my no by 2025.
You go, Williams watched this one because of what he said.
She made me look in the mirror. No, there was one. I don't know. It was like around Christmas. I was watching her and I was like, oh, Pearl's clutch. She was talking about me. I am that person. And a lot of it, I asked myself, like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Because I can, and I was bored. It was not even out of depression. I like shopping. It's just I had to I needed to bring it in a little bit. And I am excessive. I am the definition. But I'm fun.
Oh yeah, you're definitely fun.
After my song, I'm fun. I have hundreds of pedals. You need a pedal? I got one.
As your financial advisor, they have to pay for shipping and handling.
Ah, there you go.
Everybody's a gritty looking powder white woman.
Yeah, but by the time you use enough baby powder to make it effective, it's not worth it.
Then
I mean, how much whiter can I get, Ollie? I mean, look at me.
Oh, we're talking summertime. We're talking summertime.
Oh, I know.
You're not white in the summer.
No, I'm not. I'm not
You
white.
change you change allegiance in the summer.
Yeah. It starts this Saturday. I can't wait. I'm not even going to bring my hat with me. I'm just going to sit out there and put my chair back, put my feet up on the wall as I'm taking the book. I'm like, oh, this feels great. But the thing is, I have to really watch because I get a farmer's tan. Like, I'm going to have to roll up. I'm going to have to look like those softball players. I put my jersey on. You guys, I have a jersey too. I'm so excited.
Oh, you get to wear it and everything? That's awesome.
It says Team Mom.
Aww.
Yeah, because I'm one of the team. There's 3 of us. We're team moms.
Okay, this goes to my quilting. This goes to my quilting machine. Okay. When these ones are actually important when you find these cords. Because the electronic machines are picky, and it'll tell you if the pedal's wrong, if the cord is wrong. It'll say it does not fit in here. Yay! Hello, good morning. Yay!
Hey, Christina, how are you?
I am knee deep in. I'm having a sewing machine midlife crisis right now, and I'm gonna replace my Singer heavy duty. It's being fired publicly.
So, because it's non-pick on Jess today, I think that Ollie should bring me up to 100,000 points.
Oh, no. We're not doing the vying for points. Like that.
Tammy's over the point.
But I've been so sweet and I've been so nice lately.
Really? You better be glad Ollie doesn't see my text messages.
Between the scenes, what's it called?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Tammy.
Of course you don't.
My text messages are so nice and sweet to you.
Oh, they're extra spicy. You know they're extra spicy.
Oh, me.
Let's see if you can see my mess with this angle. It might be even worse. Oh, whoops, wrong one. No, you really can't because I'm tucked down here. But that's a lot. Actually, the pile's getting lighter.
Well, you got those motors out of there, didn't you?
No, they're still stuck. This is just an utter and complete rat's nest. But I did this to myself because these, you know what's funny? These are all the machines that I was like, oh, I'm going to work on this one, or oh, I'm going to use this one every day. Every single one of these machines, I said the same thing.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to work on this every day, or I'm going to use it. And then one thing would go wrong and I would replace it instantly.
Okay. So now we know what the problem is. The machines that keep breaking, they're mad because you've said that you love this other machine even more.
Yeah.
And that you were going to use it every day.
Oh, I replaced them in front of all their brothers and sisters in here too. I marched them down the town square and put them in stocks.
Ollie, I'll make you cheesecake. No, I don't want to make you cheesecake because I don't have to send it to you.
Hey, in Wisconsin, they'll mail you a cheesecake. No matter where you live in the world.
Did you see he said I was so close. But he'll discuss it another day, like probably like 2 years from now, another day.
See, that's where the text messages that we're talking about are coming from.
Are you sharing your text messages with Ollie?
No, of course not. I don't text to Canada. That's over the line. I'm avoiding the suspicion as the U.S. spy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, rule number 1 in spy school is never bring up being a spy.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the point.
But I text Shalom, and she's in Canada, but she gets free USA text messages. So
I didn't say I couldn't text Canada. I just said I don't text Canada. Huh?
You have to pay more to talk to Canadians?
Depending on if you have a phone plan that has international on it.
Just
power cord number I forgot.
William says it's can't pick on Jessica all year.
Oh dear.
You know what? You remind me of that kid who was like always changing the rules.
I'm not changing the rules. I was being nice. I was just trying to get points out of it.
Oh, that's awesome.
You
I
know
had my
what?
serger and
Oh,
little
yeah.
420 Janome service ready for the summer sewing. And in May, when I am back at home, that's awesome.
All William has to do is say something. He's not even going to say it. It's going to be okay.
You know, it's fine, Ollie. You can actually give
It's
her
fine.
those points. I'm just
It's
giving
fine.
her a hard time and making her work extra hard for it.
It's fine.
Because, I'm bored.
Oh, if you're bored, if you lived any closer, I would invite you to come and help me with this spaghetti bowl.
I would. Or you could bring it over.
You know what's so funny? I think I am going to bust out my next machine. I don't know. The problem is, do I have all the bobbins and stuff? I think I do.
Yeah.
I'm going to bust out my my 301A or my 404. Do you know what's so funny? My 404. The other day I was like, where is my Singer 404? It has been right here the entire time with Mickey Mouse hat on it the entire time. It has
That's
a DVD.
why you didn't see it. It was in disguise with Mickey Mouse.
It has a DVD player on it, and I was like, oh yeah, there it is.
I did not know I had all these Cult of Valor scraps.
I agree,
I'm kinda
Ollie.
impressed.
I have a lot of effort that I'm going to need to put forth for that jacket, that coat. Eventually, I'm just going to give up on it because we're not moving fast enough for me.
I told you we will not have that conversation again for the 50th, for the
Waiting for that.
70th time.
That was what I was waiting for.
For the 70. It was literally in your hands. You were sitting next to each other. And don't blame distractions.
It was.
You guys.
That one's between y'all.
You guys were.
I wasn't playing
you and that coat were right next.
She's mad now. Oh, she's mad. She'll be back. She's got to calm down.
Oh, I freed another cord. This is actually really productive. I should have done this years ago.
You should have come to my retreat, and you could have done it during the retreat.
I have so many cords, it's not even funny. But I'm trying to separate like my brother and my Singer.
Well, your brother doesn't like your Singer because it wants to be your brother.
Brother has more of a fat cord. And like, like this is a perfect example. Kenmore, the old Kenmores, they have these really tiny cords.
Yeah.
This is probably to a machine I wanted to get going. That bad, huh, twin? Oh, man.
She's probably also seeing me with my chips because y'all kept talking about chips and cookies and all of that earlier. So when my husband said he was fixing himself a bowl of chips, I was like, you can fix me one too. I don't mind.
This entire year I have been focusing on more maintenance in this room. I have collected so much stuff in just a 5-year period. It's not even funny.
Well, I decided to pull this box of scraps down and press everything and put it back so it'd be all nice and neat. And I did not realize I have a whole bunch of scraps that are all red, white, and blue, and it'll be perfect for Quilts of Valor. So some of those I'm separating out so they can be extra patriotic.
Cool. Sorry, I just looked at the score. That Kenmore should fit the 158. Do you know what's really funny? I do have a Canadian Singer and a Canadian Kenmore.
You know, every time I hear Singer or I hear brother, I keep thinking of an actual singer or an actual brother, not the machines.
I confuse
And-
my phone so much because of stuff like that. Because I'm constantly looking up singer this, singer that, a singer, a piece, and it's like trying to send me to like people who actually singing lessons.
Oh yeah.
That's right, Ollie. I wouldn't cheat. Now that I'm back.
We thought
No,
that
I'm
one
not a
was
cheater.
down.
I'll win the right way. I put forth
Oh,
all that effort.
man.
Did you go get what I think you just went and got?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm hungry.
I knew exactly what you were talking about.
Let's see if this angle.
It takes a lot to be on a stream for what, 2.5 hours.
Oh, you got to take breaks. I've seen friendships end over 4 or 5 hour stream.
You know, people have to pee.
Hangry.
We gotta do it all.
I am the definition of hangry.
Yeah, I mean, I have water. I have cheese and turkey.
Let's see. I don't know if this angle is flattering or not, though. Let's see.
Hey, you made progress though.
I really have, though, but it's a mess down here. And this is the motor to the new home because I'm a mess. Never taken it off, and I didn't even use it. That was the day my car got towed, and I needed to break something, I guess.
Oh, JP's winding at the door. How sweet.
Here
I'm
we
not gonna let him in.
go. Oh, I love it when they come easy. You know what's sad? I can almost tell you every sewing machine that these come from.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you are an expert.
I don't think of myself. You know, a long time ago, this person who I utterly and completely respect, they refurbish sewing machines. They called me their colleague, and I was like, whoa, man. I had my Keanu Reeves, Bill and Ted moment.
Oh, but it's true. You do have a lot of knowledge.
I also branched off and started making clothes, though.
Yeah.
Because I used to be exclusively sewing machines, and then because I thought people who refurbished sewing machines also sewed.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that was like a separate world.
Yeah, some of them do, some of them don't.
I like, doing all of it.
Christina said she's making coffee now. What a mess with your cords.
It's a terrible rat nest, and it's my fault. Ever since I moved the mannequins back out for dress forms, because I like having dress forms.
The Golden Girls.
But I moved out the Golden Girls. But I had to deal with the fact that I had a bunch of cords hidden underneath, and I didn't realize how much they'd become just entangled.
Yeah.
Because every time I'd buy a machine, I would just throw the cord in the corner.
Well, there you go.
Swearing I was going to come back one day.
I have some batiks I didn't know I had.
Isn't that wonderful when you come across fabric and you're like, oh, I forgot about you?
Well, some of this, I get gifted a lot of my scraps. So I don't typically get gifted yardage, but I definitely get gifted scraps. So some of these, like, I've probably seen them all of maybe 5 minutes from, being gifted them and throwing them in a box or a bag to put away later. But yeah.
William, do you ever forget about a machine?
Yes. There on the other side, there is a machine that's missing a belt. Every time I open the box, the store I bought it at changes in my mind. And still to this day, I can't remember where I purchased it. And it's been there. I walk past it every day. I have I have like black boots, like classic, like real black boots. They're on it. And I'm like, I forgot when I bought this boot stand. It's been so long. It's sad, but yeah. Also, though, it's amazing when I when I pulled back my 301A, I was like, oh, I forgot about you. The one with the stickers on it, I completely forgot about that. More like a snake's nest. Absolutely. It's a mess. Oh man, I'm gonna be here for a while. I'm gonna probably after the stream I might even turn my camera on. This is a mess. Picked up my fourth 1591 potted motor the other week. Love that model. Absolutely. Welcome, custom. Welcome.
Come here.
Just as somebody like, and I say this all the time. I spent all those years collecting machines, so now I'm gonna actually enjoy them.
Yeah.
Look how big he's gotten.
He's huge.
I know.
Growing. He's not so little no more.
No, he isn't. He doesn't like me.
Oh, you look at him. He likes you.
Well, he likes me because he's tired. And he wants something. Look how long he is now. Hold on.
Oh, he's like a mongoose.
He's like,
Aww.
I know. He won't sit for long, but.
You just don't have the right treat in your hand.
No, I'm not a man. That's the thing.
Oh,
he's a manly man.
He's a man's kitty. Yeah, he's going through his little puberty stage.
It's so animal. It's so strange who
Yes,
animals
Ollie. Say hi, Uncle Ollie. Say hi. Oh, there you go. Kitty camera.
I seriously have quite a few of these.
Thank you, Christina.
yeah. That's a popular foot pedal. Don't feel bad, Jess. Paladin doesn't stay in my lap either.
Oh.
Every time you say that, I listen to the radio show. Every time you say Paladin, it makes me think of the Cowboys.
Why are you
So he's 6 now. He turned 6 this year already.
Yeah.
And I just in the last maybe 3 months started calling him Pal. Like I don't call him Pal to anyone else. Like if I'm introducing him, he's always Paladin. But if I'm talking to him, I've started calling him Pal.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one that does it.
I used to call Cleophas Cleo, and he would answer to it.
Well, yeah, that name I definitely would because that's a longer name to say.
And that was also around the Miss Cleo times when her commercials would come on. So he definitely got that nickname. And the cat looks sleepy. Aw.
Yeah, he's sleepy. He usually sleeps on my side of the bed and then I kick him off. I was like, you ain't sleeping with me.
Absolutely. The cat has a face that says, go ahead, make my day. I'm telling you, JP sounds like he has a pickup truck, pack of cigarettes rolled up in his sleeve.
Yeah. Is he getting a cape? I told you he was 7.5 by 12.
There was a kid in my youth group when I was a teenager.
I can make things.
His name.
I know how to do that.
He was called JP. So every time I hear that name, I keep thinking of the kid that I knew that was like around my age.
I'm like that with a few names. There's quite a few, like certain initials, certain names. When I hear them, it reminds me of myself or my son.
Yeah.
I think I need to bust out all my Kenmores. There was something else. Where are my notes? There was something else I was going to give you a hard time about, Coach.
Go ahead. Get your notes out. Get your notes. I'm ready. I'm doing my nails so I can do this. Go ahead.
Probably nothing too crazy.
She's ready for the crazy. All right, now I'm curious what color.
I don't know what color I'm going
Oh my gosh, I completely forgot. I'm so glad I write these things down.
Me
When I was
too.
driving my son to MMA, I absolutely love have gun will travel.
Mhm.
That is I listened to it started in my car because I have Sirius radio.
Mhm.
And now I listen to it on YouTube all the time. But I listen to all kind of like 1930s, 40s, and 50s and 60s radio. Like in basically the golden era.
Yeah.
I have not watched or seen any of the Have Gun Will Travel. The name is the same name, but that's not how I came up with it.
So today, Well, I was driving young Mr. Sewing to MMA. I saw someone going the wrong side on the road.
Oh my gosh.
And their car was completely on the other side. They were stopped because the other cars were like, what are you doing? And everybody had to go around them. And they were just like, what are you doing?
Was it somebody with like dementia or something?
They were anywhere from teenager to our age. They were not
elderly.
No, in any way, shape, or form.
Wow, that's what I was thinking. Interesting.
They were going the wrong, like people have lost their brains where I live. It started with the lights being off at night that I noticed, but
Mike, I have a question. Were they stopped?
Yes.
So maybe there was something wrong with their car and it went off into the other lane and
they were completely on the other side of a median with their turn signal on. I think they tried to turn in I don't think they knew where they were going.
Oh, okay. They were foreign.
I couldn't believe you never see that. You never. When I was younger, I saw someone going the wrong way off an off ramp on a freeway one time, and that stuck with me forever. Yeah. My whole life, I've never it's different when I lived in downtown because it's all one-way streets. People get that wrong all the time. But it's been a long time since they were all four tires going on the wrong side of the road.
Wow.
People, I'm tired. I think it's because I drive the same street up and down every day, but people are nuts.
Yeah.
People still does radio like that. I still listen to Radio 4. I still listen to a lot. I actually, I'm subscribed to a lot of BBC stuff. I like intelligent conversation. You're reminding me about 15 things I need to start watching again. No, because I missed that. It's just I played it out because it's all I listened to. And then I was disconnected from my own country because all I knew were British politics. I knew so much British politics. I was on a show about British politics. I did a show for over like a year and a half about British politics. So, yeah, they were fun until they turned into us.
Yeah.
People are always going wrong direction off the ramp. Do you know what's so funny, Rita? Arizona has such well-kept roads compared to California, though. They're always working on the roads in there, at least when I lived there. And whenever I've gone back over the years, their roads are immaculate. You can tell whenever you go over from California into Arizona, we don't have blacktop. We have gray top. Mm-hmm. And in Arizona, the roads are jet black.
They were recently done in Arizona.
Try the Archers on Radio 4. I definitely will. I need something new. I'm down. I definitely will. I've been watching a lot of old episodes of Friday Night Dinner. Now I have the theme song stuck in my head.
You're welcome.
When I have to go anywhere, I have to. Hubby drives. I close my eyes. Those people are just wacko on the freeways. It's nutty here. It's nutty. And also, I feel like, and I'm not even saying this to be mean, because my generation was the same way. The younger generation, I don't think they have the same understanding of what will happen to you. I was in a major car accident, and it changed my life. So I drive with a little bit more caution.
Mm-hmm. So you understand cause and effect.
Oh,
the younger generation does not have that understanding.
Yeah, they don't have that yet.
They have no experience for the cause and effect part.
There's recently this young man where I was like, dude, I was going to say something, but I was like, by the way this guy's driving, he won't be around much longer.
He's going to win his Darwin Award early.
Oh my gosh. And it's in certain neighborhoods too, where people get a little bit too comfortable.
Yeah.
And we have bad reputations here. So people think, oh, it's LA. I can drive like an idiot. Like, please don't. Please don't.
They're going to anyway.
Funny story. My hubby used to drive one of those big semi sweet streepers out in front of the interstate. He got out to pick up something. And a truck mirror smacked him on the nose. I'm so scared of that. I am so scared of stuff like that. Do you know how fast you can break a hand trying to hit something out of a moving car?
Oh, easy.
Why were you trying to do that, William?
I actually, I didn't want to say it, but someone that I've known my whole life, that was his first broken hand.
Oh gosh.
I've known him my whole life. I've literally known that was literally his first broken hand, was playing out of a window.
So we didn't learn the lesson the first time. Okay.
Oh no, I learned from him.
No. I'm saying he didn't learn.
Oh no. I know someone that not once but twice has broken their tailbone on motorcycles, and everyone tells them, maybe you weren't meant to ride a motor. And I mean, they start it and they go, whoa! They twice.
I have somebody offering to take me out to. I've never been on a motorcycle before,
Mm-hmm.
and so they're offering to take me out and like ride around when the weather gets good. And I don't know if I'm excited or scared.
If it's a big body like if it's like a Honda Goldwing or a Harley like Road King, those are Cadillacs.
I have no idea what it is.
If it's an ape hanger chopper, I would. If it looks like a rocket with handlebars, don't get on it.
Yeah, no. This has like 2 seats on it and looks like long trips and all of that.
Okay. Yeah.
I knew a kid in grade 2 that had his hand taken by a sign. Exactly. That's so real. That is so real. And I went on a lot of field trips as a kid because we were in a good school system. They would tell us that all the time. And like I saw it happen in high school. From putting their hands out the window. Absolutely.
They told us in grade school not to put hands or heads out the window.
Oh yeah.
And gave us a very graphic story.
Mm-hmm.
And I am one of those people that I can visualize what they're telling you. And it was the worst possible thing to ever tell me that could happen.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Yeah, you can imagine.
I have empathy, so I don't even want to. You know what's so funny? And this happened to me when my son was born more than anything else. I can't watch people hurting themselves anymore. Something happened when my son was born where I gained this weird empathy. So a lot of those old videos of people, like when my son even ridiculousness, I think it's kind of dumb.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm old and bitter and jaded.
Now, I will watch the ones where like people like walk outside and it's very like they're not seriously injured, or from what you can tell, they're not seriously injured. But like they slip on the steps,
Yeah.
or their dog leash, their dog, decides to go chasing after a squirrel and they get yanked away from their front door. The stupid, silly stuff that gets caught on camera. That's okay, and I will laugh at some of that.
And I used to watch
as I'm secretly hoping it never happens to me.
I agree with Rita. I have really calmed down in my old age. I really have. But when I was a kid, I used to watch skate videos of people actually hurting themselves, like breaking a foot or something.
Mm-hmm.
And the older I get, it's not like I know about real life. I've seen crazy stuff in real life. It's just I can't watch it anymore. It's really weird. When everyone's becoming desensitized, I'm like finding out my limits.
There was a sports injury thing that came up on my feed, on my Facebook feed, and I'm just like,
Ooh.
what happened? Like I'm like watching this clip over and over and over, and then they finally zoom in, and you could tell what had happened to the player, and I'm just going, oh my gosh, I could have lived without seeing that.
Yeah.
I wish I'd gone to the comments to look before I watched it.
So no joke, I do that because things will ruin my day.
Mm-hmm.
I do that. But I don't really have that problem anymore because I really don't go on Twitter at all.
Oh, the worst part of it was a hand or wrist or arm injury. So I'm not going into any details as to what happened. But like that in and of itself, like any injuries to wrist and hand, I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't quilt.
I was in the 8th grade, and I think 3 cheerleaders were in the car and thought it was funny to be hanging out of the sunroof. Semi-truck and trailer jackknife due to black ice. They did not survive.
Oh my
Ouch.
word. Oh.
Oh, I could tell you horror stories about car surfing. Don't ever car surf.
I never
Tried.
wanted to. Never tried it.
I won't even say it.
No, he did. You
And
tried
It
it.
wasn't.
And
It
where I
wasn't
live.
an approved
You didn't say
sport.
no.
Well, it's also illegal. I knew someone who got put in a wheelchair because of it. She was
Okay.
quadriplegic. And I know someone who was arrested for it. When the Lakers when they beat the 76ers a long time ago with Shaq and Kobe,
Yeah.
I was in downtown LA and there was a riot, and a high school friend of mine got arrested for car surfing.
Oh.
He jumped on a stranger's car and the stranger was like, "Hold on." And the cops stopped. I think they arrested him and the driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
But there was a full-blown riot going. So they were like, if you were acting crazy and you were within a cop's reach, they were arresting you.
Yeah.
And guess what? I never did again. Guess where I never went again.
You never went to downtown during riot season.
Well, if it's a game, if the Lakers are going to clinch,
Yeah.
it's different because Dodger Stadium is above LA.
Okay.
It's so you would have it literally is on its own island. What used to be the Staples Center, which is now Crypto Arena, is in the middle of the city.
Mhm.
It's in the middle of the city. So if you're standing there, you are surrounded by every neighborhood in LA. And people walk over. There's this famous shot where the newscasters, whenever there's a riot, they go to the 3rd Street Bridge and watch people walk over from East LA into LA.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. But we've been going for 3 hours. I'm going to be here all night untangling these cords. I'm going to be back at it on Wednesday with a new sewing machine. Tammy, well, new to me. Tammy, do you have anything that you'd like to promote?
Come on tomorrow night. It's my normal Tuesday edition. You guys will get to see what trouble I get into between now and then.
What do you mean, you've been working so hard, twin.
Thank you for being kind like that.
You really have, though. You have been like James Brown in YouTube right now.
I just really enjoyed putting that short together of you yesterday. You guys, if you haven't seen my short of W, you have to go see it. I should have just put it in the channel. I'm not going to. No, I should. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you, Rita. Thank you for hanging out with us for 3 hours. We're just sitting here talking about life, and I'm untangling my hoarding.
Should I do the short or my little video? Should I do this just a short?
Either one.
It doesn't matter.
I don't know why I can't comment on the short, though. That is a bit frustrating.
Yeah, I couldn't comment either.
Oh, see, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know. I see. Oh, I have to go to your channel. Oh,
it was absolutely hilarious. And that was one of those spontaneous things. I did have that song in my head, but I forget everything. So I'm glad I remembered that one.
All right. There it is. Yay. You guys, it was hilarious. I could not stop laughing. I just couldn't.
I have no idea why.
There's actually, and then I shouldn't have posted the video with it right back to back because it's kind of like split it in half and people think they saw the same thing.
That's
but
why
there's one where you can actually see me and we actually have the full blown conversation and then the short is just him. So it was so much fun. You didn't do anything crazy tonight for me to do
that. I try to keep my crazy down to once a week. Plus on Sundays.
Oh, maybe I can. No. I already got it. I already know what I can pull from.
I am so juiced with coffee on Sundays because there's so many things I have to do on Sunday. So I'm chugging coffee. By the time it's 6 o'clock, I am like in full Richard Simmons mode. Like, all right, everybody, let's go.
What I need to do is is make it and then just send it to you so you can put it on your channel.
I'm down. I will do that. I will be back at it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I hope everybody has a great week. I will see you in the chats. I am always here if you need me. I want to thank everybody who is here. Anyone who watches this in the future, you are absolutely amazing. And I am utterly and completely drenched in cords. But I'll be back at it on Wednesday. And like I always say, reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely see you next time. I hope everybody